And now, Odyssey, WSCR, 670 The Score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network exclusively present the Cubs Radio Pregame Show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Brought to you in part by CatchDesMoines.com, Citgo, Chef IQ Sense, Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha, Fitzgerald Equipment, Patriot Pavement Maintenance, TimberTech Decking and Railing, Bet365, the Village of Bedford Park, and McGrath Acura of Westmont. And now your host, Zach Zaidman.
Cubs looking to take another series. Hi, everyone. A pleasant good afternoon to you from beautiful Wrigley Field. I'm Zach Zaidman. It's the finale of a three-game set between the Cubs and the Kansas City Royals. Coming up, we'll hear from both Matt Shaw and Craig Counsell. But first, our conversation with Coom, sponsored by Yuengling Traditional Lager, the oldest brewery in America, and by Hatfield. Better care, better pork. Joined now by Ron Coomer and Coom. Cubs start the day tied for first with Milwaukee after an impressive 6-0 win last night over the Royals, setting up today's rubber match.
Yeah, a very good ball game for the Cubs yesterday, all the way around the board. It's, it always starts with the starting pitcher, and Matthew Boyd came out again. He throws shutout baseball. He had everything working, great command, good fastball. I think his change, that's probably the best we've seen his changeup this season. But just a great performance, and then the Cubs offense did their job. Key hits, took advantage of some mistakes by Kansas City on defense, and you get W. And now again, we're back tied for first place. So, let the races begin.
It's always strange to me when I hear you give credit to pitching.
I agree. I don't disagree with that. But, when you look at what Boyd has done, this guy a year and a half ago was on the injured list trying to come back, and now he's one of the dominant pitchers in Major League Baseball. That's when joking aside, you tip your cap to him and go, this guy has really been a godsend to this ball club.
Yeah, it's been ultra impressive. Time now for the keys to the game, sponsored by Heat and Frost Insulators and the Illinois Regional Insulation Contractors. Visit local17insulators.com and by Toyota. Visit your Chicagoland Toyota dealer or toyota.com today. So a couple of veteran right-handers going in this one. Colin Ray for the Cubs, Seth Lugo for the Royals.
Well, for Colin Ray, it's kind of like what happened last night with Boyd. He likes to pitch at the top of the zone, and he's also very good with the fastball of throwing that dart fastball on either edge of the strike zone, on either side of the strike zone. So he needs to have good command of that. And the same thing with Lugo. Lugo is a guy who's not going to overpower you. He's going to be 92, maybe 93, maybe get up a little bit more, but pitch somewhere, in the low 90s. But he throws a lot of pitches, and he's got 3 different breaking balls. He's got change. He's got a split. At the end of the day, you just need to get Lugo in the zone and get a pitch in an area you want to hit. He's going to throw a lot of strikes today. This is going to be a day. The wind is howling out to left. It is an absolute hitter's day to the left field side of this ballpark. And now it's time for the Bet365 bet of the game. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Download the app today, and when you look at the money line, the Cubs are minus 170. They're also minus 1.5, but the bet is plus 115 today. That's interesting. And the over/under, and you look at the flags, and you know why. It's 10.5 with the under minus 115. Zach, and to me, all the bets today, when you look at it, it's all about the home run ball and who is going to go deep. Because it's a very good hitter's day here at Wrigley.
Yeah, it is sunny, 83 degrees at the moment, and it is warming up as we speak. And as Koo mentioned, the wind blowing out to left. Coming up, versatility in victory. That's next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
Hey there, baseball fans. Ron Coomer here. It's time to step up to the plate and upgrade your deck with TimberTech. TimberTech is the #1 premium composite decking brand. It looks like real wood, but without the never-ending maintenance of a wood deck. It won't rot, splinter, and is even backed by industry-leading warranties. So you'll be sure that your deck looks great season after season. See for yourself why TimberTech is everything wood should be. Order free samples at timbertech.com.
Home title theft. It's on the rise, and it's devastating if it happens to you. Listen to the alarming words of an actual home title thief.
I don't need to know your date of birth and social security number. All I have to do is go to public records, create a document, and file that document. And then I can borrow against the house or sell the house. You may have no clue until you find out that your house has been sold or till several loans or several banks are foreclosing on you.
For pennies a day, Home Title Lock puts a virtual barrier of protection around your home's title with 24/7 monitoring. The instant they detect any tampering, you'll get an alert. And that's bad news for home title thieves. So when's the last time you checked on the title to your home? Find out if you're already a victim with your free title scan and complete title report. $100 value free with sign up. Just go to HomeTitleLock.com and sign up in minutes. That's HomeTitleLock.com. HomeTitleLock.com.
Let's play ball with Tito's. During today's game, if the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Anti-Cruelty Chicago.
Spiegel and Holmes talk Cubs baseball and Chicago sports every weekday from 2 to 6 on 670 The Score and the Odyssey app. Cubs hosting Kansas City. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. It is time now for the inside pitch. We say good afternoon to Score Baseball insider Bruce Levine. And Bruce, the Cubs continue to be creative.
They do that, Zach. Most people look at the Chicago Cubs as one of the top slugging teams in baseball. For the most part, that would be an accurate deduction. However, watching the Northsiders every day, you are struck by their penchant for using inside baseball intel to manufacture runs. On Tuesday evening, the Cubs stole 6 bases while creating 5 runs on the bench calls. Dansby Swanson gives you the skinny and getting an edge to win a ball game.
Good teams are constantly talking to one another. Good teams are always communicating with one another, finding, small little edges and ways that we can, expose other teams to, whether it's to take bases or to help score more runs and win more games. This group has a lot of guys that are just in tune with winning baseball and doing everything they can in order to put the team ahead of themselves. And it's just such an amazing, thing to be a part of.
Zach, all of the detailed stolen bases, including the double steal that had Kyle Tucker stealing home, came from manager Craig Counsell and bench coach Ryan Flaherty. The little things win games more times than you think.
Well said, Bruce. Thank you. The Cubs take on the Orioles in a 3-game series starting August 1st. Be here for it. Get your tickets at Cubs.com/tickets. Coming up, Kyle Tucker banged up next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Kyle Tucker. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
From the warehouse to the work site, Fitzgerald Equipment keeps Illinois and Wisconsin businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring Heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by Heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio.
There's no one way to get the Chicago sports talk you crave from 670 The Score.
You can always listen to The Score on the radio at 670 AM.
What are we doing? We're a radio station.
Take us anywhere you go with the free Odyssey and iHeartRadio apps.
Because your girl over here is a fan.
This is great. Watch Mully and Haw, Rahimi and Harris, and Spiegel and Holmes all day on YouTube and Twitch.
Plus, catch Mully and Haw on CHSN from 7 to 9 a.m.
670 The Score is Chicago's #1 sports station. Listen and watch your way today.
For more than 75 years, Lincoln Tech has helped people transform their lives and build a brighter future. Put your potential to work and enroll now for August classes at Lincoln's Melrose Park campus. Visit lincolntech.edu for info and to schedule a campus tour.
Have you tried hands-free Skechers slip-ins yet? Because if you haven't, you're missing out on technology that changes how you think about shoes. Let me explain what makes Skechers slip-ins so incredible. First, these are not just regular slip-on shoes. They're not just a pair of loafers without laces. Skechers slip-ins have laces, and once you tie them to fit your foot just right, you never have to tie them again. They also come in boots, dress shoes, sneakers, work shoes, sandals, and every other kind of shoe you wear every day. But what makes them different is the technology inside that lets you just step into them. There's a built-in hidden shoehorn that slides your foot in. Then a comfy heel pillow cushions your foot and keeps your shoe on securely. so they look, feel, and wear just like a pair of shoes you're used to. Except you don't have to bend down, struggle to put them on, or touch them. Just step in and go, completely hands-free. And everybody I know who tries them doesn't want to wear shoes that aren't Skechers slip-ins ever again. They're just that amazing. Try them at a Skechers store, Skechers.com, or wherever stylish footwear is sold.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have. It eliminates under or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
All Cubs triples and saves are sponsored by Great Lakes Credit Union. Chicago's Credit Union. Join GLCU's mission of banking for a greater good at glcu.org. Cubs home against Kansas City. This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. Time now to check on who's hot and cold. Sponsored by Plumbers 911. Plumbing emergency, call the professionals. Available 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Matt Shaw, red hot, hitting .471 over his last 7 games with 2 homers and 5 RBIs. The cold, Kyle Tucker hitting just .136 over his last 7 games with 1 home run. The injury report is sponsored by Illinois Bone and Joint Institute. Visit ibji.com for locations and services. Tucker's banged up after fouling a ball off his knee last night, so Tucker not in the lineup today, with a day off tomorrow before the Sox series coming up on Friday for the Cubs. Coming up, Matt Shaw next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
The best way to buy a new vehicle is right off the Edens Expressway at the new Toyota on Edens. You'll find aggressive pricing on over 300 Toyotas in stock, extended service hours, and Uber pickup and drop-off. See why Toyota on Edens is one of Chicagoland's fastest-growing Toyota dealers. The best way is right off the expressway. The all-new Toyota on Edens and ToyotaOnEdens.com.
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
Crush concrete with a Bosch 18-volt Bulldog rotary hammer. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Cubs Royals at Wrigley Field as we approach the top of the hour. Let's pause 10 seconds for stations to identify themselves on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk in the morning on the Mully and Haw Show, 5:30 to 10 on 670 The Score, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
This is the Cubs Radio pregame show, driven by your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Buick and GMC dealers. In our Cubs conversation, Matt Shaw has been on fire since the All-Star break. 8 for 15 in 5 games, a .533 batting average.
I think getting some time off was really important. And then, just starting to feel, really comfortable, kind of letting go of all the, pressures and expectations that, even that I have on myself, and just kind of playing the game and having fun.
What were the things that you were having difficulty with before that's a little bit easier for you now?
I think just a little bit having perspective in my day-to-day where, before, you're new to the big leagues and, you see guys are talking about contracts and this and that and, just having the perspective that, that's not why I play the game. And it's just helped me to be a little more calm, a little more free, and just really enjoy the moments instead of, putting a lot of pressure on myself.
Were you feeling it?
I feel it more from my own motivations and my own mindset than anything else. The game and the fans and the media and all that stuff, I don't think really changes much, but, when you start to put it on yourself and your own mindset starts to change, that's when I think it changes. So having the All-Star break to kind of take a step back and kind of just relook at the first half and relook at, who I want to be on the baseball field was really helpful.
Did someone talk to you, or is this something that you just kind of figured out on your own?
It was something that, being Danielle and I, my wife, we went up to a quiet place in the Adirondacks for the All-Star break and, just had some time to really think about some things, and I think that was really helpful.
At the plate, what are you doing differently to help yourself have success?
Yeah, gosh, I mean, really, I'm not really doing a ton different. I think having that trust in, my ability and athleticism is kind of happening more just from having that freedom, having that mental freedom at the plate. I think like the athleticism has always been there, but it's just like finding the ways to let it kind of come out and play free. And some really small adjustments. I'm a little more open, my hands are a little higher. But really, I think the mentality is the big difference.
So help me out when you say athleticism at the plate to help yourself be a little bit more free. When we're watching you, what does that mean?
Yeah, I mean, it just means that, like, I feel comfortable in the box. It means that it lets me see the ball better. I think it just lets me really enjoy those moments in the box, and that makes it much, much easier to hit.
Psychologically, how much does it help you when you're a contributor out there, not just with the glove, but at the plate as well?
Yeah, I mean, that's great. Obviously, it's great. But again, like for me going into my day-to-day now, kind of just leaving the expectations aside and just like really enjoying it, enjoying being with my teammates, enjoying, watching other guys succeed and just, really enjoy playing and winning baseball games.
Who's helped you in here in this clubhouse?
There's a lot of guys that have helped me in the clubhouse. I talk to JT a lot and Dansby a lot as well. Those guys have been really good, just, talking, about anything. So, we talk a lot and that's been really helpful.
It seems to me like you're a tinkerer at the plate. Is that the right way to describe it?
I would say in my past, very much so not a tinkerer. And I don't really like tinkering. This year, just with how much I was struggling, I think I needed to. But hopefully, like right now, I'm to a point where, like, I'm not going back and watching swings. I'm not doing any of that stuff. Like, I'm not changing anything. I'm just, staying confident and taking one day into the next.
Is there a recognition now on your part? This is how pitchers are trying to get me out, and this is what I have to do in order to make them pay when they try to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, a little bit of that, and I'd say more of, just being really consistent with my plan at the plate, being really aggressive and ready to hit. And when you're feeling aggressive and ready to hit, anything they throw over the middle plate, you're going to hit. So, that's where I'm at right now, and I just want to keep rolling with that.
Are you having fun? Because I feel like early on, obviously, with all the pressures that you talked about, maybe the fun wasn't there. Is it there now?
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the hard part of being a young guy is like figuring out the balance of like, hey, like I really care about this, and hey, like, I'm having a lot of fun. And I think, it's kind of intuitive, realizing that like, yeah, like I'm going to care about this. Like this is what I've worked my whole life for. And then realizing I don't need to work on that part. I just need to really work on playing free and having fun. And I'll take care of the rest, naturally. So, that's kind of where I'm at now.
Keep it up, Matt. Thank you so much.
All right. Thanks a lot.
Cubs third baseman Matt Shaw. Today is the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets with a current jackpot of more than $65,000. Get your ticket now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador here at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. When we come back, the Manager Show next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Start your mornings with Cubs Talk, Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score.
Hey, I'm ordering dinner. I was thinking burgers.
Boom! I just earned a $650 bonus for opening up a checking account at Old National Bank. Sorry, what'd you say? Burgers?
No, I definitely said 40-ounce dry-aged tomahawk steaks. Yep, with those little sauteed mushrooms.
Earn up to a $650 bonus when you open an eligible checking account and complete qualifying activities. Visit oldnational.com/checking and get old. Member FDIC. Additional restrictions apply. Offer valid through October 31st, 2025.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
Fabric Talk. Hello, my love. I am your living room carpet. I see everything. I feel everything. After a while, I smell like everything, including including Sir Pickles, who you snuggle with while binging that dating show you can't stop watching. So, how about we freshen things up with Febreze Fabric Spray? Oh, and a big spray for my pals, couch and ottoman. Ah, yes, refreshing. Breathe happy, Febreze. La 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 la.
It's time. Time for the pro to get everything for the entire job, all from one partner. To get access to over 3 million products, including many products you won't find in our stores. It's time to get delivery on your schedule or next day on over 50,000 products. And time to get dedicated support on the job site or in our stores. From ordering to planning, we've got you. One partner, any job, all in. Ask about all we can now do at the Pro Desk. The Home Depot Pro, it's about time.
The clearance event is going on now at American Sale. Save up to 70% on pools, patio sets, and more. The clearance event, only at American Sale. Bring the fun home.
Today's Tito's handmade vodka canine of the game is Holly, a 12-year-old chocolate lab from Westmont. If our team strikes out 9 players, Tito's will make a $100 donation to Anti-Cruelty Chicago. Cubs Royals at Wrigley Field. Time now to hear from Cubs manager Craig Counsell. Sponsored by the Village of New Lenox, leading the way in residential and economic development. Here's the latest on Kyle Tucker.
I mean, he's good. He's just kind of generally banged up. So opportunity to maybe get him the most of 2 days off here and go from there. He'll be back in there for sure on Friday.
His toughness, watching him play this year, I mean, most of your players are tough. They've played a lot of games, but singling him out, playing through these minor injuries, what does that tell you about him and his makeup that you might not have known coming into this year?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I think Kyle's one of those guys where, you know, you don't see a lot of emotion on the field, so sometimes it's hard to say, you know, that makes it hard to see what's going on, but I think those things are all true, and you play through things, and he does it in a very, like, you know, unassuming way. But any of the guys playing every day are playing through things. That's how this works, and it's a credit to him for doing that.
So Tucker gets the day off today to rest that knee. Seiya Suzuki in right. When we come back, the baseball board next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk, middays 10 to 2 with Rahimi and Harris on The Score, the official radio home of the Cubs.
News just in. Bet365 is now live in Illinois.
That's right. Join Bet365 today and get $150 in bonus bets when you bet $5, win or lose.
That's amazing.
That's for sure. With Bet365, you can bet on the spread, totals, and money line.
Well, there you have it, Illinois. Download the Bet365 app and get your $150 in bonus bets today.
And see why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Gambling home, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. TVs apply in Apple.
For nearly 100 years, Busey Wealth Management has helped families and businesses make smart financial decisions that stand the test of time. From personalized investment plans to tax strategies that work for you, we take a big picture approach, connecting you with the right experts to help protect what you've built and plan for what's next. Busey Wealth Management, here for every chapter of your financial story.
Hear that? That's the sound of a perfect weekend. But you've got weeds. Thankfully, you've also got a secret weapon. Spruce. The new, hard-working, worry-free weed and grass killer that's safe for use around people and pets. When used as directed, spray the leaves for visible results in just 1 hour and dead weeds in 1 day. So you can get back to doing what you love. Try Spruce. Wherever weed killers are sold.
Upgrade your learning experience during Dell Technologies Back to School event with AI PCs like the Dell 14 Plus featuring an Intel Core Ultra processor starting at $749.99. Supercharge your studies with features like real-time notes transcription, AI accelerated hardware to run multiple apps without slowing down, extended battery life, and more. That's the power of new AI PCs with Intel inside. Discover a smarter way to learn at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
Surround yourself in color with Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. Rich, durable, and effortlessly beautiful. Find yours at your locally owned retailer. Visit BenjaminMoore.com today.
Cubs hosting Kansas City, who Who Are You Banking On is sponsored by Busey Bank. Building business, growing wealth since 1868. I'm banking on Pete Crow Armstrong, who's hitting .308 this month with 5 home runs. The pitching matchup is sponsored by Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Enjoy the laid-back experience of Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Colin Ray on the hill for the Cubs. He's 8-3 with a 3.80 ERA. Fellow right-hander Seth Lugo going for Kansas City, 6-5 this season with a 2.94 ERA. Now let's pause for the playing of the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
What a performance by Gabby B with today's national anthem here at Wrigley Field. The national anthem sponsored by Patriot Pavement Maintenance, simplifying pavement maintenance for industrial, commercial, and educational clients. Let's go around baseball, sponsored by Great Clips. It's going to be great. Bottom of the 8th inning in Washington, the Reds with a 3-0 lead over the Nationals. Jacob Young going deep. Marlins on top of the Padres, 3-1. Top half of the 8th inning, Jesus Sanchez with a 2-run home run for Miami. The Giants all over the Braves, 6-0 now. Bottom of the 6th inning, Rafael Devers with his 18th home run, a solo shot. Pirates up big, 6-0 over the Tigers. Top half of the 7th inning, Spencer Horwitz with a grand slam. The Mets lead the Angels 5-1. They are in the middle of the 4th inning. Pete Alonso, a 3-run shot, his 22nd. Here at Wrigley Field, it's time for baseball. Cubs, Royals, Pat, Ron, next on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Michael Bush. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, dedicated to helping you move better so you can live better. Our team of highly trained professionals provides empathetic, timely, efficient, and highest quality care to our patients. From state-of-the-art imaging to convenient rehab locations, we're here for you. With 14 Ortho Access immediate care facilities, get same-day orthopedic treatment. Experience close-to-home care you deserve. Visit ibji.com for locations and services.
Hey, Bill Wennington here, former Bull, 3-time NBA champ, and fellow rider. Out on the road, it's easy for drivers to miss us, so we need to stay sharp and gear up every time. Helmets, gloves, boots, eye protection, and if it's been a while since your last riding course, now is the time. Brushing up on your skills can lower your crash risk by nearly 80%. Hit up itsnotagamillinois.com for a course near you. Remember, all the gear, all the time. It's not a game.
BC Bank, building business, growing wealth since 1868. Proud to be the official bank of the Fighting Illini. Member FDIC.
Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. Join Ron Coomer, Zach Zaidman, and me for every Cubs game on 670 The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
He drives one in the air, deep left center. Back goes Cruz. It's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Dansby Swanson. High fly ball, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. It is gone for a home run. And
And if you live in the Chicago area, also on the free Odyssey app.
This Odyssey Sports broadcast is brought to you by Geico. Switch and save. Get more with Geico.
And now, Odyssey and 670 The Score bring you Chicago Cubs baseball on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Ian Happ.
Base hit into right. Cubs win the ball game. Ian Happ, a game-winning single.
Hey, it's Nico Horner.
Diving backhand stop by Horner, throws to first to get it. Sensational play.
Hey, it's Kyle Tucker.
Kyle drives one in the air to right field. That ball is gone. It's a 3-run homer.
This is what you came here for. You got the Cubs game on the score.
Chicago Cubs baseball is presented to you in part by Benny's Beverage Depot, Nissan, Benjamin Moore, Hefty Trash Bags, Arturo Tire, James Hardy Building Products, Sea Glass Wine, Volvo, Sloan, Xfinity, It's Not a Game, Illinois.com, your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers, and Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And now here's the Hall of Famer, Pat Hughes, and All-Star Ron Kumar with all the exciting play-by-play action of Chicago Cubs baseball.
Chicago Cubs baseball is on the air from Wrigley Field in Chicago. It's Game 3 of this series between the Chicago Cubs and the Kansas City Royals. Good afternoon, everybody. Along with former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, it's Pat Hughes reporting. It's a scorching summer afternoon here at the ballpark. Breezy, temperature in the upper 80s. We'll get some exact figures for you momentarily, but it's a hot one, and it would appear to be a great day to be a hitter here at this famous old ballpark on the north side of Chicago. Flags are whipping, wind blowing toward left. Starting pitchers today, it'll be Colin Ray going for the Cubs and Seth Lugo for Kansas City in a battle of right-handers. Let's go ahead and get right to the starting lineups for today's game. Leading off for the visitors from Missouri, it'll be Adam Frazier at second base. The Kansas City shortstop is Michael Garcia. Vinny Pasquantino at first base. Salvador Perez bats fourth. He's the DH. Jack Caglione in right field. John Rave batting sixth and playing in left. Freddie Fermin catching. The number 8 batter is the center fielder, Kyle Isbell. And batting ninth and playing at third base, Tyler Tolbert. So those are the Cubs. By the way, the lineups are sponsored by Verizon, the most reliable 5G in Chicago. Here's the way the Cubs line up today. Each team with a win in the series. Cubs trying to take 2 out of 3. It'll be Michael Busch leading off as the first baseman. Seiya Suzuki in right field. Batting third in center field, Pete Crow Armstrong. Carson Kelly, the cleanup man. Kelly is the designated hitter today. Batting fifth in left field, Ian Happ. Dansby Swanson at short. Nico Horner batting seventh and playing second base. Reese McGuire catching. And batting ninth at third base, the rookie Matt Shaw. We are ready to go. The Cubs and the Royals back to get it started right after this. You are listening to The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, Chicago, this is Matthew Boyd. Pat and Ron call every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, hefty, hefty.
It's game time. Time to crack open a Yingling. After 196 years, the wait is over. Yingling is finally available here in Illinois. Look for it at your favorite bar or store. Yingling, the oldest brewery in America. And Pat, after a very nice ball game last night and a dominant pitching performance, Cubs got a chance to win a series again here at Wrigley, and they need, they're tied for first place. These games are very important, and you need this win today.
Milwaukee finally lost a game after an 11-game winning streak. They were edged 1-0 up in the Pacific Northwest. Cal Raleigh, the Major League home run leader with 39, belted a solo home run for the game's only run last night, putting an end to Milwaukee's 11-game winning streak. But, Ron, I thought I saw you looking at the flags, and just a little bit of a smile crept over your face because this is a good day to be a hitter at Wrigley.
Boy, I got out of the car and looked up at the flagpole and saw it blowing out strong to left. And you are right. Coffee started tasting better and better as we got here into the booth.
We are ready for baseball. Adam Frazier will lead it off. Left-handed batter hitting .258. And the first pitch by Colin Ray is taken high for a ball, and away we go. Frazier has bounced around. He's been with the Pirates a couple of different times, now with Kansas City. Frazier takes inside for ball 2. Frazier's always had a little bit of pop, and he's had some good games, mainly when he was with the Pirates against the Cubs. Here comes the 2-0 from Ray. High fly ball, deep right field, down the line. Over near the corner is Suzuki with a play and he drops the ball. He dropped the ball, rounding second and holding there is Frazier. Suzuki charged with an error. Again, it's one of those days, Ron, I'm not sure you could categorize anything routine because of the wind and the sun. And the heat also.
And the heat, yeah, and you know, you're dealing with this breeze blowing it out to left, so the ball is really, you know, getting blown around, and it really never looked like Suzuki had a good beat on it as he was getting close to the warning track, and it hits in the fingers of the glove. He really never tracks the ball to the glove with his eyes, so it's a double.
There's a bunt toward third and a good bunt. Charging Shaw running through to first is going to be in time. Bush keeping his foot on the bag at first. Advancing to third on the sacrifice is Frazier. Score that one 5-3. A good bunt by Garcia. And now let's see if the Cubs bring the infield in early in the game with Vinny Pasquantino coming up.
That nice said double. I got to believe that's going to be an error on Suzuki. I did not mean double, so it's an error on Seiya in right. And now, how about this? First inning, Cubs with the infield in.
E9 absolutely on the first play. Here's a fly ball to deep right field. Trouble. It's going to be a 2-run home run. Vinny Pasquantino gives Kansas City a quick 2-0 lead by hitting a rocket halfway up into the bleachers in straightaway right over toward right center. But that was gone by plenty, and Kansas City takes the early lead 2-0.
Well, we talked about the wind blowing out just minutes ago. The wind is blowing out towards left center. But this ball is crunched. It's a high fastball up and in. And Pasquantino covers this pitch up and in. And, I mean, he gets the barrel to it. And he crunches this one well out of the ballpark.
It's his 16th of the year. Frazier along for the ride. One of the runs unearned. Here's a liner to left. A base hit by Salvador Perez. Perez with a single. Perez had a couple of homers in the opener on Monday night. He's the DH today. Jack Caglione ready to step in.
Now that ball hit by Perez. That was a slider down and away, and Perez covers the strike zone. Shattered his bat, but just got it up over the infield.
Caglione hitting 153. Takes down low for a ball. He's got 5 home runs. He's driven in 10. Here's the next offering. Swing and a foul at the plate.
And this first inning is powered by Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco Distributors Incorporated.
Fans still filing in. Please use the sunscreen today. Here's the 1-1. Off the inside edge, the count 2-1. 92 degrees at Wrigley. Humid, wind blowing out toward left. Ball 3 down low, 3-1 now to Caglione. Keep an eye on the runner, Perez. Probably not running. He's not, and the pitch taken for a call strike. Now 3-2.
A little 3-1 curveball from Ray, and this ball just catches the top of the zone on the outside corner.
Final game of the homestand for the Cubs. It began with the Cubs beating Boston 2 out of 3. And the pitch, fly ball, center field, playable for Pete Crow Armstrong. Coming in, the left-handed center fielder makes the catch, and that's out number 2. Holding at first, Perez. The batter is John Rave.
Back-to-back breaking balls from Ray. One on 3-1, a curveball, and then a breaking ball again on 3-2, and gets the fly out. About 83 miles an hour with the hook on that last one. Speed gun powered by Xfinity. It's seriously powerful Wi-Fi. Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
John Rave is from Canton, Illinois. He's the left-handed batting left fielder for the Kansas City Royals. I am not exactly familiar where Canton is in the great state of Illinois. Here's a bouncing ball to second, fielded by Horner, throws to first to end the inning. We'll try to find out and report back to you later. 2 runs on 1 hit, 1 unearned run. Make it 2 hits in the inning and 1 man left on. We go to the bottom of the first. Royals 2, Cubs coming up on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Craig Counsell here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
It's grilling season. Time to fire it up and share a little grilling wisdom. Step up your grilling game with Hatfield marinated pork tenderloin. Packed with flavor, easy to cook, and perfect for any backyard cookout. Honey garlic teriyaki and savory brown sugar. There's a flavor for everyone. So put some pork on your fork. Visit simplyhatfield.com to find a fresh time market near you. Hatfield. Better care, better pork.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is
Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge.
Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Dear summer, ready to get your adrenaline pumping? Toyota's got 25 vehicles with available all-wheel drive and four-wheel drive. Toyota, let's go places.
Bottom of inning number 1, 2-0 Kansas City. Michael Bush to lead it off. Cubs the leadoff man presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. If Bush gets a base hit, Benny's Beverage Depot donates $100 to the Greater Chicago Food Depository. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Right-hander Seth Lugo starting for Kansas City today. His first pitch of the afternoon is taken outside. Ron, if you were in that Cubs lineup, what would be your plan against Lugo?
Well, Lugo is a guy you got to be prepared to see a lot of different pitches from Lugo.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
He's not overpowering, but he's one of those guys kind of on the craftier side where he throws 3 or 4 different breaking pitches at different speeds.
The next pitch fouled away.
And you're only going to look at about 20% of his pitches are going to be a legitimate fastball. So a lot of cutters. There's going to be a little curveball. He adds and subtracts speed with that. He adds and subtracts speed with kind of a cutter slider. That's a shorter breaking pitch. Crafty is probably the best way to describe him and his abilities as a pitcher.
Off speed and outside, 2-2. He's coming off of a rough outing in Miami. He had no decision, but he gave up 5 earned runs, 8 hits in 6 innings of work. Here comes the 2-2. Bush lines a base hit to right. Over toward the line to pick it up is Caglione. Leadoff single, Michael Bush. And another $100 courtesy of the good people at Benny's Beverage Depot. On that leadoff base hit. Let's see if that leads to a Cubs rally. Benny's Beverage Depot. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. $100 goes to the Greater Chicago Food Depository.
Facing Lugo, Pat, I would probably sit on a speed that's about 88 to 90 miles an hour and expect the ball as a right-hander to be moving away from me. And if I'm a lefty, I would be looking for that ball at that speed to be coming into me. And Michael Bush did just that and hit a bullet to right.
Bush was hitting .283. Seiya Suzuki takes down low, 2-0. Seiya hitting .258. Power numbers are impressive. 26 home runs, 81 runs batted in. Anytime you get 80 RBIs before the end of July, you're having quite a year. Swing and a foul back, 2-1.
I say I got a good pitch to hit there. That's a cutter at the top of the zone, 90 miles an hour, and he'd like to get another one of those in this at bat. He just missed his pitch and fouled it straight back. Had a good swing.
Lugo spent parts of 7 years with the Mets. Fastball is in there for a call, strike 2, bullseye on the inside edge. Primarily, he worked as a bullpen man for the Mets and kind of quietly put together some very good years out of that New York Mets pen. Here's the 2-2, swung on and missed, strike 3 on a change. Out number 1, and the batter Pete Crow Armstrong. Royals lead 2-0 in the first.
The slider and the cutter that he throws kind of stays somewhat on the same plane going across the zone. The curveball, he does a pretty good job of getting on top of and getting a little bit of downward movement on that. And they're about, curveball is going to be about 78, 79 miles an hour.
Crow Armstrong tried to check, couldn't do it. That'll cost him a strike, 0-1. Pete hitting .270. 26 long balls, 73 driven in. Takes off speed and outside. Lugo, back in 2023, in his first year with San Diego, was used primarily as a starter. And then he's been almost exclusively a starter with Kansas City now for the last couple of years. Pop up into shallow left center, Garcia. The shortstop makes the catch, battling the sun. The sun is tough today. You saw that evidence on the ball that Suzuki dropped in the top of the first. 2 down, and the batter, Carson Kelly.
Yeah, that high fly ball, I think today, if you're going after these real high pop-ups with the sun and the wind, there's nothing going to be just an ordinary fly ball today.
Kelly, the DH today, hitting .277. He'll take a strike. Carson showing good pop with the long ball. 13 home runs. Drove in a run last night and has 35 ribbies for the year. Here's a fly ball. Left center, shallow and playable for an oncoming Rave. And Rave makes the catch in left to retire the side. Cubs don't score, leave 1 after 1. Royals 2, Cubs nothing. On the Score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs Talk with Spiegel and Holmes on your ride home, afternoons 2 to 6 on the Score.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for Rapid Rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All Rapid Rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
When I got sick, I spent years looking for answers. But it only took one conversation with my team at Northwestern Medicine to correct my misdiagnosis. I'm Daniel. When Parkinson's changed my life, so did my Spanish-speaking care team.
The Northwestern Medicine Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders Center offers specialized, culturally sensitive care. Their Spanish-speaking team was the first to provide Daniel with innovative treatment in the language he preferred. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
This Bosch 2-in-1 impact driver rules.
Oh, yeah!
That couldn't have been.
Macho Man Randy Savage indeed, yeah. A.K.A. you're in a Bosch. I'm a macho manifestation of that feeling you get when you use that 2-in-1 impact driver.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, say it with your chest, brother. Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah!
We'll work on that. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
Top two at Wrigley Field. The Royals with a 2-0 lead over the Cubs. The second inning is brought to you by Sea Glass Wines, official partner of the Cubs, bringing the California coast to you wherever you are. Pat?
Very good, Zach. Zach, you'll keep busy watching the out-of-town scoreboard. Quite a few other afternoon ball games on the ledger today, including Milwaukee at Seattle out in the Pacific Northwest, so they'll start in about an hour and a half. Here it's 2-0 Royals, second inning. Freddie Fermin leads it off. Fermin takes the fastball strike. Kyle Isbell on deck, and then Tyler Tolbert. Shaw backing up at third. Here's the 0-1. In there for a call, strike two. Shaw backing up literally during the motion of the pitcher, Ray. Ron, did you find yourself as a third baseman moving? Just something that you might have picked up that the hitter is doing? Here's a pitch outside of the count 1-2.
Well, a lot of times what you're trying to do is you're trying to show the hitter bunt that you're going to play for the bunt, and then as the pitcher is starting to deliver, you try to shoot back and give yourself a chance to cover more ground, and, the hitter's still thinking, that you're in.
Sounds kind of sneaky.
It is. There's no doubt.
Freddie Fermin strikes out swinging on a good high fastball. First strikeout today for Colin Ray. Strikeouts by Cubs pitchers. Those are brought to you by, first of all, they make everyone feel good in the dugout. They are brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. Could you tell I was stalling trying to find the copy to read? And I
just thought you were
like
trying to be sneaky too.
And of course I was. Guess I didn't fool anybody, huh?
You had me, partner. Yeah.
Well, sometimes you have a lot of papers in front of you and you know it's on one of these pieces. It just takes a few seconds to find it.
Mm-hmm.
But in the meantime, the audience is saying, and? 1-2 on Kyle Isbell. 2-0 Royals here in the second. Ray always working from the stretch. Here comes the 1-2. Strike three call. And ready this time. Strikeouts by Cub pitchers brought to you by your Chicago and Northwest Indiana Hyundai dealers. I'm going to keep this thing handy.
Now, perfect pitch by Colin Ray right at the top of the zone. Little two-seamer running away from Isbell. Clips the top of the zone. Isbell didn't like the call, but it is strike three.
Here's Tyler Tolbert batting. Right-handed hitter. Lines one to short. Short hop nicely by Swanson. Throws to first. And it pulled the first baseman Bush off the bag. Safe is the call at first. Dansby's throw to the home plate side of first. Bush tried to keep the foot on the bag. Now, the Cubs are saying we might want to challenge that one. I don't think they will. Nope, they're not going to.
Yeah, that's a tough challenge. You got two outs already. And, this ball just kind of throwing it into that wind. You throw that two-seamer and it starts running on Dansby. And Michael tried to keep his foot on the base, could not. And it just takes him off the bag enough. It's actually a very good call at first base.
Frazier the batter. Adam Frazier reached on a two-base error by Suzuki in the first. On a high fly ball out near the warning track, Seiya got underneath it and then was unable to hold on to the fly ball. So one of the 2 runs was unearned after Vinny Pasquantino homered a couple of batters later. The runner goes, pitch outside, throw to second, high throw, tag, not in time. Tolbert slides in under the tag. Waiting for the scoring, I think Swanson might be charged with a throwing error on the previous play, allowing Tolbert to reach.
Yeah, that is exactly the case. So the Cubs' first 2 innings with 2 errors in the game.
And that's uncharacteristic of this Cubs team. They play great defense. 1-1 on Frazier. And the pitch driven toward deep center. Going back is Crow Armstrong with room, gloves it to end the inning. No runs, no hits, an error and a man left. Pete Crow Armstrong lobs one up into the stands before trotting the Cubs' third base dugout. At the end of an inning and a half, it's the Royals 2 and the Cubs nothing on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Pete Crow Armstrong. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Benny's Beverage Depot. Benny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Oh, hey.
Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that. Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end July 31st. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
Plumbing emergency? Plumbers 911 connects you with licensed, highly trained, background-checked contractors for any plumbing issue. Leak detection, water heaters, sump pumps, repiping, and more. Phones are open 24/7 at 1-833-PLUM-911. Plumbers 911, where they do it right the first time.
Hey, baseball fans. Now at Verizon, they're knocking it out of the park with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on unlimited welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G sub G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
FinishingChicago.com for the industry's best drywall finishing, wall covering, glass systems, signage, and painting contractors. Rely on FinishingChicago.com.
Monday, August 4th is Big Ten night. Fans who purchase tickets through Cubs.com/specials will receive a special edition Cubs t-shirt in the colors of their Big Ten school of choice. Be here for it. Pat?
Ian Happ will lead it off, Zach. Bottom of inning number 2 takes down low from Seth Lugo. 2 balls and no strikes. Happ hitting .226. 13 home runs, 48 driven in. Right now just wants to get on base and start a Cubs rally. And the pitch to Ian is high, ball 3. Smoking hot summer day at Wrigley. 92 degrees at game time. Game time temp sponsored by 4 Seasons. The 3-0 to Happ is high, ball 4. There's a break. 4-pitch walk. And it brings up Dansby Swanson. But the game time temperature sponsored by 4 Seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Your trusted local experts, 4 Seasons. What was your theory after following a teammate who just walked on 4 pitches?
In this situation with Lugo on the mound, I would be ready to hit. Lugo is not a guy that walks many. He was trying to pitch around the zone and just couldn't get it in the zone.
Bouncer toward the middle, diving stop, but no play for Garcia. Infield single Dansby Swanson. Garcia showed good range, diving and flagging down that grounder behind second, but had no play either to second or first. Cubs have something cooking. And here's Nico Horner coming up.
Yeah, and here's where you need a big hit by Nico. Wind blowing out hard towards left and left center, while really carrying. But yeah, Lugo, when you look at his numbers and what he's done, the league is not hitting very well off him. Lefties are a little better, but With that being said, his strikeout to walk ratio, he does not walk a lot of guys.
Nico takes inside. It almost nailed him in the left elbow. Warner hitting .286. He's been the best clutch hitter with men in scoring position on the team, and in fact, one of the best in the big leagues all year. Outfield straight away against Nico. You have to play him straight away. He sprays it all over the place. Gentle breeze blowing out toward left. Here's the 1-0. Warner will take a strike. Cubs wrapping up the homestand today. Off tomorrow. 3 games on the south side against the White Sox starting on Friday night. And then up to Milwaukee for 3. There's a big series. Nico takes outside. They're all big at this point, but I think when you're playing the team that you're tied with for first place, they take a little extra significance.
Yeah, I got to believe that the fans in Milwaukee, there'll be a lot of Cub fans there also. That will be a charged up stadium in Milwaukee.
Warner takes outside. 3-1 on Nico. He should get something to hit here, don't you think?
I would think so. I would be looking for a cutter away if I were Nico, and I'd be thinking about right center field and trying to drive this ball to right center.
Cubs trail 2-0. Nico will take a strike. 3-2. Nobody out. Runners at first and second. Reese McGuire on deck. Lugo for the year. 6 wins, 5 losses. Here's the pitch. Warner pokes it foul off to the right, out of play. Spoiled a good pitch.
Nico got back-to-back fastballs from Lugo. That doesn't happen too often. 3-1 fastball right at the knees, the bottom of the zone for a strike, and now that last one. 2-seamer started out away and came back to the zone.
RBI opportunity for Horner. The pitch. Nico hits a 1-hopper to third. The throw to second, they get 1, and the throw to first is a double play. Sharply hit ball, but the 1-hopper to third is turned into a 5-4-3 around the horn twin killing. Happ ends up at third, 2 down, and the batter is Reese McGuire.
Yeah, that's that 2-seamer. I'm not sure if it was a 2-seamer or a little cutter, but it was going down, and Nico put a good swing on it, but hit a 1-hopper right at the third baseman, and he got a nice long hop. Tolbert caught that ball about chest high and just rolled the double play.
Let's see if Reese McGuire can drive in a run. Left-handed batting catcher takes high. Happ at third and 2 down. McGuire hitting .209. The pitch by Lugo. That's in there for a strike. 1-1. Cubs in their home whites, the blue pinstripes all over, blue hats and helmets, numbers, sleeves and socks. McGuire hits a ground ball toward the middle, base hit, right center field. Reese McGuire, a clutch 2-out run scoring single. In terms of overall game momentum, that's a very big hit for McGuire, Ron.
It really is. And, you know, as you said, his batting average is not up there, but he has not had that many at-bats. That was his 68th at-bat. He's got 5 home runs, and that's RBI number 11, and that's a big hit for the Cubs to get them on the board here in a second.
It's a 2-1 ball game. RBI number 11 for McGuire. And it brings up Matt Shaw. And Matt will take a little bit upstairs. RBIs by Cubs batters, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Royals in their traveling uniforms, dark blue shirts, gray trousers, white numbers on their backs, blue hats and helmets, blue sleeves and socks. Lugo not wearing the long sleeves, which makes a lot of sense on a day like today. Check swing foul by Shaw off to the right and out of play.
Getting a little 3-quarter delivery there from Lugo with the slider. Managers' Challenges and Instant Replays. All reviews in this game are sponsored by Northwestern Medicine. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine.
2-1 Kansas City. 2 down, the pitch to Shaw. Ball strike 2. This guy's around the zone on almost every single pitch.
Right? Crafty. That's the word. Balls are going different directions. Two-seamer coming back to the zone, away from the righty, coming back, and then a lot of cutters, a lot of sliders.
Shaw taps it foul. Uniform descriptions we gave you, sponsored by Benjamin Moore. On the field or the walls of your home, the right team and colors make all the difference. Official paint of the Chicago Cubs, Benjamin Moore. A ball and 2 strikes on the number 9 hitter, Matt Shaw. Seth Lugo ready and deals. Way outside for a ball, 2-2. The Pirates giving Detroit a hard time. Boy, the Tigers really struggling, both right before the All-Star break and shortly thereafter. Still have a healthy division lead, but they are not playing. They're just not playing well of late, for whatever reason.
And their ace is on the mound, I think, today, isn't he? Is that right?
I'm not sure, Ron.
I think he is, yeah.
2-2, bounced slowly to second, charging, picking as Frazier lob toss to first in time. Ends the inning, but the Cubs scratch out a run on a hit. Make 2 hits, leave 1 middle, or I should say at the end of 2 innings of play, it's Kansas City 2 and the Cubs 1 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Ian Happ here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
When only the best will do, choose Regal Select from Benjamin Moore. With rich color, smooth coverage, and unbeatable durability, Benjamin Moore is paint that performs. Stains wipe away easily, and the finish stays beautiful for years to come. Available in 3,500 colors and exclusively at locally owned Benjamin Moore stores. Ready to transform your space? Visit BenjaminMoore.com to find a retailer near you. Regal Select, trusted by pros, loved by homeowners.
It started with one car 70 years ago, when the first Volvo car arrived in the U.S. Since, Volvo has helped redefine safety. From the 3-point safety belt to side impact airbags, a whiplash protection system, and blind spot assist, innovations that have saved millions of lives and made summer memories safer for generations. Celebrate 70 years of safety. Visit your local retailer for the Summer Safely bonus event going on now.
Save time every time for a great haircut. Just download the Great Clips app or check in online at greatclips.com. Great Clips. It's gonna be great.
Top 3, it's the Royals 2 and the Cubs 1. 92 degrees, partly cloudy at Wrigley. Wind blowing out to left. Time and temperature sponsored by Circa Sports Illinois. Bet like the pros and download the Circa Sports app today. Pat?
Michael Garcia leads off for the Kansas City Royals here in the 3rd against right-hander Colin Ray. First pitch was a strike. The next offering dips low and outside. It's 1-1. Again, Milwaukee finally had their winning streak end last night. 1-0. They lost to Seattle. Cal Raleigh with his 39th home run, the only run of the game. Here's a pitch low and outside. Raleigh has cooled off. It was his first home run in 11 days. Came against Nick Mears of Milwaukee. High pop fly, shallow, actually on the infield. Now backpedaling is Swanson, making the catch in very short left center field, and that's out number 1. 2-1 Royals here in the 3rd, and the batter is Pasquantino.
We're coming to you live all season long, the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. I think there's a lot of guys in the league that would like to have a little struggle like Raleigh has had.
39 homers before the end of July. Can't feel too sorry for him, can you?
No, he's doing okay. Yeah.
But he was on a pace to maybe set an all-time record, and still could. But invariably, you're going to cool off when you're that hot. Some guys make it seem almost routine to hit home runs. Ron, you played in the big leagues for a long time. There's nothing routine about hitting home runs.
No, there isn't. And, and he does. He's just got a very good swing. The mechanics of his swing, being a switch hitter, also really helps.
Chopper foul right side of the count, 2-1.
He's one of those guys that's strong enough to where, he doesn't always have to hit the ball right on the button and hit it out of the ballpark. And we saw that here in Wrigley. But he hit 4 home runs in that series against the Cubs.
That was a weekend here about a month ago. The 2-1. Pasquantino takes a strike, 2-2. Pasquantino's 2-run homer is the Kansas City offense for the day. Cubs scored on Reese McGuire's RBI single. Fastball just outside. 1 away, 3rd inning. The trading deadline looming now, just 8 days away. Should be an interesting period of time. Line toward right center in the gap, base hit. It's going to go all the way to the wall. Cole Armstrong bare-handing it, fires it in, but it's a double for Vinny Pasquantino.
Like Pasquantino has squared up a couple pitches. This is, I believe this is a split finger, back-to-back splits from Ray. This one right in the middle of the plate. It's knee high, right at the bottom of the zone, but right in the middle of the plate. And Pasquantino stayed right on it and 2 hops the wall in right center. He hit that ball sharply, so he's 2 for 2 with 2 bullets.
And 2 extra base knocks. 1 away, 2-1 Royals. 3rd inning, here's Salvador Perez. You got first base open. Perez has been a hot hitter in this series. And he swings and misses, 0-1.
Perez singled in his first at bat. He hit a slider right off the end of the bat and dumped it in his short left. I'm going to guess in this at bat he's going to be looking for that slider.
Fastball up and in. 1-1. Reading about the Dodgers' loss to Minnesota last night. The Dodgers having all kinds of bullpen problems, injuries and struggles. Here's the 1-1 to Perez, fouled away. Minnesota came from behind and beat LA 10-7. The Dodgers have lost 11 of 14 all of a sudden. And another guy went down. Ben Kasparius was holding his left leg and had to leave last night's game. They've had nothing but injuries to that bullpen lately. Here comes the 1-2 on the way, and it's taken high. I was reading about a play. They had the bases loaded, the Twins did. There was a ground ball back to the pitcher who had to come off the mound. He threw the ball away at first, and all 3 runs scored. And it said a cascade of boos.
Yeah.
Showered down from the stands at Chavez Ravine. Don't see that very often in L.A.
No, you don't. Yeah, they've got a 3.5 game lead over San Diego.
Here's the 3-2 pitch, fouled away by Perez. 2-1 Kansas City, 3rd inning. But looking at the Dodger bullpen injuries, currently unavailable, Blake Trinan, Michael Kopech, Brusdar Graterol, and Evan Phillips, and now maybe Ben Kasparius. That's the heart of their bullpen. Yeah, the 3-2 to Salvador Perez. Fly ball, deep left field, trouble. All the way back is Happ at the wall. That ball is gone. 2-run home run for Salvador Perez. And the Royals take a 4-1 lead here in the 3rd inning.
Now, Perez put a really good swing on the pitch before that. It was a slider away. And took big swing, fouled it straight back, was right on it. And I really think he was sitting on slider in that at bat. And then because of that last swing, Cubs went away from the slider and went fastball inside. And I think Perez guessed right. And he was right on time after the pitch before that. And hits one about 5 rows deep into the bleachers and left. 3rd home run of the series for Perez.
Jack Caglio, the batter, and Salvador always strikes me as a very smart ball player too, Ron. You could almost tell he was concentrating on pulling that ball with the wind blowing out toward left. And he got a pitch he could pull, and sure enough, he launches one. 4-1 KC. Long way to go, just the third inning. This will not be the final score today. Here's the 1-1. Line drive toward right, foul. 10 seconds for station ID on the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Covering the Cubs and all of Chicago sports on the Rahimi and Harris Show. Middays 10 to 2 on WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
With Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley. Royals on top 4-1. They've hit a pair of 2-run homers. Vinny Pasquantino in the first. Salvador Perez here in the third, the homer hitters. But again, a long way to go and a very difficult day to pitch at Wrigley. I wouldn't want that job today, would you?
No, it's you can't make any mistakes, and then you don't make a mistake, and you make a good pitch, and the hitter gets the barrel to it and gets it elevated to left, it goes out of the ballpark.
Chopper foul at the plate. Still 2-2. Just finishing up a couple of notes about the Dodger bullpen problems. The trading deadline is looming, and you know they're going to be busy. But last night, in a 2-inning stretch, the bullpen allowed 6 runs. And then Tanner Scott, a lefty with an elbow, had to go onto the injured list last night. So the Dodger pen in shambles. Out of the 30 big league teams, the Dodgers ERA 24th in bullpen work, 4.41. Caglione takes strike 3 called, and that's out number 2. And that'll be an interesting team to watch at the deadline, you'd think, Ron.
I would think they're going to make some major moves. There's no doubt. They get a 3.5 game lead with all them issues. You got to give your team, the rest of your ball club, a chance. So you would anticipate, them making 2 or 3 moves.
John Rave will take a strike. And we saw them very early in the year. We saw them when the two teams played the games over in Japan in March. And then all of the Cub-Dodger games were done by the month of April. But they were full of swagger, and as most defending world champions are. But the Dodgers seem to have even a little bit more of that swagger.
Yeah, it's Los Angeles. There's no doubt about that.
So we'll see what they do. One thing you learn, no other team feels sorry for you when you're struggling in Major League Baseball. Not one of them. Here's a pitch outside, and the count 3-1. The pitch to Ray, pulled on the ground to first, gloved by Bush, unassisted play. That will end the inning, but another 2-run home run for Kansas City. This one by Salvador Perez. He increases their lead to 4-1 as we go to the bottom of the third on the score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
This is your home for a pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
As the official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs, Sloan has greeted fans with sustainable restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years. And now Sloan is excited to introduce new innovation to Cubs fans throughout the concourse with its brand new bottle fillers to provide clean drinking water while reducing plastic waste throughout the friendly confines. Learn more at Sloan.com, and go Cubs go!
Breaking news coming in from Bet365, and it's no surprise. Same game parlay from Bet365 just keeps getting better.
Well, it's even easier to make a bet. Choose from the most popular markets like hits, run line, totals, and home runs. So many to choose from.
Download the app, start building your bet, and see why it's never ordinary at Bet365.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. 21 plus only. Must be physically located in Illinois. T's and C's apply.
Hey, baseball fans. It's time to pick a side. Team Mayo or Team Hater. And if you're still riding with the haters, Hellman's has a message. We've leveled up. We're talking spicy mayo, garlic aioli, chili lime, and Italian herb. That's classic, creamy Hellman's taste with a bold twist. So go ahead, haters. Take one bite. Then try to tell us you're not ready to sign with the winning team. Mayo haters, prepare to eat your words.
Illinois Bone and Joint Institute, a leader in comprehensive orthopedic care. Visit ibji.com for locations.
Michael Busch is on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit timbertech.com. Pat?
Busch had a single his first time, Zach. Let's see if he can get on and crank up a Cubs rally in this third inning. Cubs are off tomorrow, a 6-game road trip, an unusual trip that does not involve any trips to the airport. 3 games on the south side and then 3 games up in Milwaukee early next week. I can't remember a 6-game trip with no airport trips along the way.
Not complaining, though.
No. Michael Busch takes a strike 0-1.
We get a pretty long period of time here where you don't have to go to a hotel if you really don't want to.
Inside, does Busch get hit by the pitch? He does. He got hit in the upper right arm, I believe, and he'll take his base. Let's see if that leads to a Cubs rally. It might.
Yeah, that's just an inside fastball that Lugo tries to hit inside corner and hits Michael right under that left shoulder. Actually, his right shoulder, I should say, but just underneath, did not hit the pad. You can tell by his reaction. That didn't hit anything but flesh.
Yeah, that flesh, and it was flush.
Yeah, it'll leave a mark. He's still trying to shake it off over there. He's still stinging and buzzing.
Busch will take over at first. Here is Seiya Suzuki. Seiya struck out his first time. Let's see if some of these Cubs right-handed batters can pull the ball in the air against Seth Lugo. That's what you want to do today. Ball is really carrying to left. And left center. Seiya takes outside, 1-0. Outfield deep and straight away for Suzuki, who has 81 runs batted in. Seiya swings and fouls it back.
Seiya got a little two-seamer down in the zone. About knee-high, good pitch to hit. That's the second pitch. He's put a big swing on, fouled it right back to the backstop. I will say this, when you got 81 RBIs and you're still in July, he hasn't done that often. He usually puts that ball in play.
He's had as many big hits as any guy on the team or any guy in the league, for that matter. Suzuki takes a strike, 1-2. Wearing bright white batting gloves. Holds that bat well out in front of him. Takes an off-speed pitch down low, 2-2. Pete Crow Armstrong is on deck. Cubs tied for first place in the National League Central Division with Milwaukee. It's become a 2-team division race. Seiya pokes it foul. Cincinnati and St. Louis both 8.5 games out of first at this point. Now, either one could make a run still. There's plenty of time left, but at this point, they're not really a factor. Now the 2-2. Seiya takes just outside, 3-2. That didn't miss by much.
No, and that's, kind of Lugo at his best when he's throwing a lot of pitches that you question whether they're in the zone or not.
And the pitch, ground ball right side. It'll be gloved by Frazier. The throw goes to first in time. Busch advances to second. And that's out number 1. Cubs trail 4-1, and the batter is Pete Crow Armstrong.
Suzuki got that little cutter away, tried to shoot that hole on the right side, but your right hand on the bat just gets a little dominant right at the end, and you just hook that ball just ever so slightly. instead of staying in the hole, it gets that little bit of topspin and hook it more at the second baseman, and Frazier was able to get to that ball and make a play.
Let's see if Pete Crow Armstrong can get a hold of one. Pete popped out his first time, drove in a run with a double last night. And the pitch by Lugo. Swinging a high fly ball left field. Playable for Rave. Rave makes the catch, and that's going to be out number 2. It's up to Carson Kelly.
Pete get a little hanging breaking ball there, right down and in, and put a big swing on it, but just came off it a little bit and just popped it up.
Bush, the runner at second, 2 down, 4-1 Royals lead. Kelly flied to left his first time. He takes outside, ball 1. Lugo 6-5 for the year. Swing and a miss on a curveball. Lugo, a very good ERA, 2.94. It's his 19th start, so he's been healthy and able to make his turn. Here comes the 1-1. Strike, a fastball on the outside edge.
Got a little break there. Kelly didn't like that call. That pitched off the plate by about half a baseball. But Lugo, when you're right around the zone all the time, you get a lot of those calls that are borderline.
And now the 1-2. Low and outside. Pitchers today, the starters kind of have some things that remind you of the other one. They've both been around for a while, and now they've become fixtures in the rotation after working several years, both starting and bullpen, but it looks like both guys have kind of found a home in that starting rotation, at least for the time being.
Yep, I would agree.
I think most pitchers would like to be part of a rotation.
No doubt.
And it's a coveted spot. And the 3-2 on the way. Driven in the air, deep left field, going back is Rave at the wall. It's off the wall. A run will score. Carson Kelly has a double. He just missed a home run by about 5 feet. And now it's a 4-2 ball game as the Cubs come back.
This ball is a line drive rocket to left. The only question was it going to be high enough. I actually think it hits the front edge of the basket. And that's why it got such a big kick away from the left fielder Rave back towards, kind of towards third base. It comes back. And, you know, it's one of those plays. It's a very odd play. I thought it was going to be a home run. Yeah, it does. It hits the very top edge of that basket and kicks back towards the infield. It's very tough to see from this far away, but the way the ball reacted, you knew something odd happened, and it ends up being an RBI double.
RBI number 36 for Carson Kelly. As that pulls the Cubs to within 2, and now Ian Happ could tie the game with a long ball. He was thinking long ball in that swing, but he came up empty. It's 0-2. Line drive by Kelly. It's the high drives that will get more of a carry on a day like today. Happ drives one in the air to left center. Going back with a play as Isbell makes the catch near the track in deep left center to end the inning. Cubs get a run on Carson Kelly's RBI double. On to inning number 4. Royals 4, Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hall of Famer Pat Hughes and Ron could bring you all the action on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Here's a club you want to get into. Club Citgo, the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Looking for a smarter way to grow your savings? Winchester Community Banks has you covered with 4.20% annual percentage yield on our 7-month CD special. This limited time offer won't last forever. Stop Stop by your local Wintrust Community Bank or visit wintrust.com/radio25. APY assumes funds remain on deposit until maturity. Minimum daily balance of 1 cent required to obtain APY. Offer subject to change at any time and without notice. Additional terms and conditions apply. Details at wintrust.com/radiocd. Member FDIC.
The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer everyone should have that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat to achieve perfection. Order one now at chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Step up to the plate like a pro with the world's largest sports book at your fingertips. Circa Sports Illinois. It's sports betting the way it should be, with high app limits, low holds, exceptional customer service, and more. Whether you're betting with the home team or scouting the next big matchup, take your swing with the Circa Sports app. Start betting like a pro from anywhere, anytime in Illinois. Download your new bookie today at circasports.com. That's circasports.com.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
The Out-of-Town Scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. The Pirates, a 6-1 winner over the Tigers. Spencer Horwitz with his first career grand slam. The Giants, a 9-3 drubbing of the Braves. Rafael Devers with a pair of home runs. He now has 19. Marlins beat the Padres 3-2. Jesus Sanchez with a 2-run shot.
Fairmean bunts toward third, foul. Zach, go ahead.
The Reds shut out the Nationals 5-0. Nick Lodolo with his first complete game shutout. In progress, Mets leading the Angels 6-3. They're in the last of the 7th inning. Pete Alonso with a 3-run home run. Top of the first in Denver, no score between the Cardinals and the Rockies. Pat?
Okay, Zach, thank you. Zach will be along in the 5th inning to work with Ron. We are at Wrigley in the top of inning number 4. Each team with 4 hits. Royals lead 4-2. The RBI by Kelly, by the way, a moment ago, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Fairmean waiting for the 0-1 from Colin Ray. Check swing. It's up and in, a foul, and the count 0-2.
In this 4th inning is sponsored by Wintrust, home of the exclusive Cubs debit card. Member FDIC, EHL lender.
And now the 0-2 pitch from Colin Ray. Here it comes. Poke foul off to the right, out of play. The first out in the inning is brought to you by Xfinity, where the Wi-Fi is booming. Hazy and humid and hot at Wrigley. Bouncing ball right side. It'll be picked by Horner. Quick throw to first to get him, and that's out number 1. Fairmean out 4-3. The batter, Kyle Isbell. Cubs had him played straight away. The defensive alignment is something we like to talk about on Cubs radio. And we like talking about it even more when we can find the right page where the copy is listed. And I'll get back to you sometime within the hour, I promise. Here's a pitch down low and outside.
On the road on Friday, so, you know.
Let's see. No, not on that sheet.
You know, it's sponsored by Fitzgerald Equipment, material handling handled. Learn more at fitzgeraldequipment.com.
And you handled that beautifully, Zach.
Handled.
1 ball and 1 strike. These are live broadcasts. We like to remind you, these are not recorded. Here's a swing and a ground ball to first, fielded by Bush. Underhand feed to Ray on the bag. And that's the 2nd out in the inning. Score that one 3-1. And it's time to play the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. If you can't find it at Benny's, it's probably not worth drinking. Ron, you look like you're ready to make an attendance pick already. You just had that certain look.
Sure. 36,000.
I will say 37,073. Tolbert bunts toward third, foul.
I'm going to go 37,500.
So we're all in that neighborhood. It's all up to Paul Zerang, our great engineer.
And the Maestro going with 38,922.
I like his chances. 0-1 on Tolbert. Sun hiding behind the clouds intermittently. Here comes the 0-1 from Colin Ray to Tyler Tolbert. Swinging a foul back.
That was a good two-seam fastball out ball. You talk about ball boring in on a hitter. Whew. That one started out in the zone and ended up about 2 feet inside. Tolbert took a swing and the ball almost hit him.
If he didn't make contact, it might have plunked him right in the rib cage. It's embarrassing when you swing at a pitch and it drills you.
Yeah, it's not good. Yeah.
On any level. Here's a swing and a foul back by Tolbert.
I can honestly say in 17 years of playing, I never did that.
Nor did you want to.
No.
How many times per year on the average would you say you got hit by a pitch?
That's a good question.
Half a dozen,
5,
maybe
10? Something like that. Somewhere between 5 and 10.
Tolbert bounces one slowly to the right side. Ray has to cover first and does, and a nice underhand feed by Bush on a 3-1 putout ends the inning. Royals do nothing. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Kansas City 4, Cubs 2 on the Score, and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Take the Cubs with you in the Chicagoland area on the free Odyssey app. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Experience design you feel in every detail, and technology as innovative as it is effortless with Buick. These are luxuries you don't have to wait for. This is Buick now. Buick, exceptional by design. Celebrate Independence Day. Well-qualified buyers get 0.9% APR financing on 2025 Buick models. Plus, current eligible non-GM owners and lessees get $3,000 purchase allowance on Encore GX, $1,000 purchase allowance on Envision, $250 purchase allowance on Envista, and $500 purchase allowance on Enclave. Must be a current owner of a 2011 model year or newer non-GM vehicle, or a current lessee of a 2020 model year or newer non-GM vehicle for at least 30 days prior to new vehicle sale. Length of contract limited. Some customers will not qualify. Not available with lease and some other offers. Take new retail delivery by 8/4/25.
It's time for Trash Day Nose Yoga with Hefty. Let's transform stinky scenarios with a joyful scent of Fabuloso. Inhale. You forgot to empty your kid's lunchbox. Exhale. A field of lavender. Inhale. Stinky leftovers. Exhale. Watermelon in the summer. That's the power of Hefty Ultra Strong Trash Bags with Fabuloso.
Hefty, Hefty, Hefty. Bet365 is now live in Illinois. Download the Bet365 app. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365.
League leaders, who are sponsored by American Sail, bring the fun home. Aaron Judge leads the majors in batting average. He's hitting .346. Cal Raleigh, 39 home runs to lead the big leagues. And Eugenio Suarez of the Diamondbacks, the RBI leader with 86. Pat?
Dansby Swanson, Zach, will lead off the Cubs' 4th inning and take a slow curveball from Seth Lugo for a strike. Swanson had an infield hit his first time. Dansby will take outside and the count 1-1. Horner and McGuire to follow. Wind still blowing out. Swinging a foul by Swanson. Dansby seems to be very in tune with the way the wind is blowing. It looks like when the wind is blowing out, he is more pull conscious, or it would appear that to me.
I would agree. Lugo's done a good job of trying to keep that breaking ball away from the right-handed hitters. Not left a lot of them in the middle of the plate.
2-2 on Swanson. And now the pitch by Seth Lugo. Way outside, 3-2. You always expect the bullpens to play prominent roles for either team on a day like today. I think most managers, Ron, would be very happy with 5 strong innings for your starter, and then after that, hope for the best.
Yeah, I would agree. Lugo in his last couple starts through 6 innings and in that 80 pitch, mid-80s pitch range.
Swanson takes high and inside, ball 4, leadoff walk. Let's see if that leads to bigger and better things as Horner steps in.
Second walk in the ballgame for Lugo. He's a guy that doesn't walk many. And on a day like today, you really don't want to be walking guys, but now the Cubs with a chance with one swing of the bat and get right back in this game.
Nico hit into a double play his first time, and he'll take a strike on the outside edge. Lugo from the stretch works over on the extreme first base side of the rubber. Conservative lead by Swanson. And now Nico takes strike 2 called.
Nico's not having a good at bat. He's had 2 pitches. Neither one have been in the zone. Tom Hanahan called both a strike. One a slider away, off the plate away. The next one a 2-seamer starts out off the plate, comes back. Neither one got to the strike zone. Both called strikes.
Now deep at third is Tolbert. The 0-2 to Horner is bounced to the right side. The play goes to first. Frazier tossing to Pasquantino. So Nico, at the very least, had a productive out, advancing Swanson to second with 1 away. And the batter is Reese McGuire.
That's a frustrating at bat if you're Nico Horner. You tip your hat to Lugo because he made pitches right on the edges of the zone. I don't think he threw a strike, and Nico had to cover the inside corner after getting 2 pitches called away on him that weren't strikes.
McGuire drove in a run with a single his first time. Would you say anything, or if you would say something to an umpire, what might be the phrase you might use on a play or a pitch that you thought was out of the zone and he called it a strike? Remember, it is family radio. Here's a pitch.
I was going to say, you sure you want me to use that on the air? You do know where I grew up, right? I would say after I was 0-2 and I know neither pitch was in the zone, I'd say he hasn't thrown a strike yet. Beep, beep, beep. No, something like that. But I would say he hasn't thrown a strike yet, and I'm 0-2. How are we doing here?
Would the umpire say, what's your point?
He would understand exactly what my point was, because it would be, I wouldn't be all that nice about it, that's for sure.
It's hard to believe, a man like you. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Popped up. This ball is going to be foul, might be playable for Fermin. And Fermin makes the catch over into the first base on deck circle, and that's out number 2. So McGuire pops out. The runner Swanson still at second. Cubs trail 4-2, and the batter is Matt Shaw.
Pretty good breaking pitch by Lugo. He got on top of that curveball. And if you're McGuire, you see it, and you start to attack it, and it's almost like you run out of bat. You just can't stay back long enough. You hit it right off the end of the bat and just pop it up.
RBI opportunity for Matt Shaw. Let's see if he can drive in Swanson. First pitch upstairs.
I know Lugo's going to go after Shaw hard. He does not want to face Bush with 2 men on and 2 outs.
Bouncing ball toward short to his left. Garcia picking and throwing to get him at first to end the inning. Zach Zaidman joins Ron Coomer in a moment at the end of 4. It's the Royals 4 and the Cubs 2 on the Score, the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cub fans, Nico Horner here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Since 1962, Fitzgerald Equipment has kept businesses moving with forklifts, rentals, and expert service. Featuring heli forklifts built to go the distance. Visit FitzgeraldEquipment.com. Trusted equipment powered by heli. Fitzgerald Equipment. Material handling handled. Proud partner of Cubs Radio. From the first pitch to extra innings, Sea Glass is your invitation to relax and recharge. As the official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs Cubs, Sea Glass brings the refreshing flavors of California's Central Coast to wherever you are, whether it's in the stands or on the couch. So pour yourself a glass and slide into your coastal state of mind. Look for Sea Glass in the wine aisle at your local retailer. Sea Glass, official wine partner of the Chicago Cubs. Join Great Lakes Credit Union's mission of banking for a greater good. As a nonprofit financial institution, Great Lakes Credit Union invests in local communities while offering the services of big banks. Learn more at glcu.org. Federally insured by NCUA Equal Housing Lender.
Everyone loves a fresh haircut for summer, but with the weather warming up and the kids out of school, this season is the time for making memories, not appointments. That's why you should go to Great Clips. You can use convenient online check-in to get in for a cooler, shorter haircut for less whenever you have time. Plus, their skilled salon stylists save your haircut details in clip notes, so you can get the same cut next time, no matter who you see. So, what are you waiting for? Get in, get out, and get back to enjoying summer with time-saving haircuts at Great Clips. It's gonna be great. You deserve a car that thrills you, and Nissan's got an exciting full line that'll put goosebumps on your goosebumps. Experience the thrill for yourself. Shop your local Nissan store and NissanUSA.com today.
Ian Happ co-hosts the Compound Podcast, which is now a part of Odyssey Sports. New episodes drop each Wednesday with the latest discussion on the Cubs and baseball as Colin Ray deals. He starts off Adam Frazier with a slow-moving breaking ball for a strike, 0-1 as we begin the top half of the fifth inning. Royals on top of the Cubs 4-2. You can download and listen to the Compound Podcast on the Odyssey app as Frazier swings and misses in the hole 0-2. So you can listen on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. Ray works on the extreme first base side of the rubber. The right-hander sets at the belt. He kicks and delivers. Frazier bounces one to third. Fielded on a belt-high hop by Shaw. Slings across in time to get Frazier one away. The first out brought to you by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Good start here to the fifth inning for Ray. Wind still blowing out here at Wrigley. Not blowing as hard as it was earlier today, but still blowing out. Still a very good day to hit. Very, very warm here at Wrigley Field.
The pitch to Michael Garcia is in there for strike 0-1. Fastball, top of the zone on the inner edge. They say at first pitch, Coom, it was 92 degrees here at the friendly confines, and it feels hotter than that with the humidity. Ray's ready. And here comes the 0-1. Garcia fouls it back off the netting to the right, 0-2. We're coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Royals took the opener of this series. Cubs won last night. This, the rubber match. 4-2 Kansas City with one down in the top of the fifth. Now the 0-2. Garcia lines one into center field. It drops in for a base hit.
Garcia got a little high fastball, top of the zone. Might have been running in on him also. And good job of getting his hands up above the ball and driving right down through that baseball. Really nice swing on a tough pitch to hit.
So here comes the Royals' first baseman, Vinny Pasquantino. He was 2 for 2, including a 2-run home run in the first. Powerful left-handed batter. And the pitch. Outside, ball one. Curveball that missed.
He has been right on time with Colin Ray today. The home run, a bullet to the bleachers and right, and then a bullet to right center to drive in another run.
Throw to first, diving back in safely.
Actually, I take that back. He doubled and then was driven in by Perez's 2-run homer, the next hitter. That was all in the third inning.
Righty-lefty matchup with Ray on the hill and Pasquantino at the plate. Throw to first. And diving back in safely again, Garcia, but that's 2 throws over to first by Ray.
They had a chance of picking him off on that last one. The only issue was the throw from Ray was much to the glove hand side and at the foot and ankle of Bush.
Garcia goes, pitch out, throw to second, and it's not in time. Stolen base for Garcia. And the count is 2-0 on Pasquantino.
Now this season, I think we can, I'm 100% sure we haven't seen 5 pitch outs all year between either team playing. This is one here, Cubs guess right, but Garcia gets a very good jump at first on Ray. And really, McGuire, even with the pitch out, really didn't have much of a chance of throwing out Garcia. So he steals second base easily.
So Garcia in scoring position, just one away here in the 5th. 4-2 Kansas City. 2-0 the count on Pasquantino. Ray's ready, and the pitch is in there for strike 2-1. Curveball over. Just clipped the bottom of the zone. Ray sets at the belt, looks at second. That's where Garcia is. Pickoff play at second, the throw to Swanson. And diving back in safely under the tag is Garcia. He's yet to get up. He get banged up on that slide in?
No, just dramatic. He did the same thing at first when he dove in. He gets 30-second timeout.
Here comes the 2-1. Pasquantino swings and misses. Cutter from Ray, 2-2. I mean, it is a matinee at Wrigley, so.
You got to watch Garcia trying to steal third. He had the jump last pitch. He could have taken off and didn't.
Now the 2-2. Inside to Pasquantino, a full count as Ray missed with a cutter.
Thing is, in this situation, you really don't want to make an out on the bases. Pasquantino 2 for 2, a 2-run homer and a bullet double. Perez has a homer and a single.
Wind blowing straight out at the moment. Ray looks at second. Now a bluff throw to second base.
So now that's Ray's second disengagement at second base now. So he cannot do anything but just throw the ball home.
It's a full count with Pasquantino at the plate. Garcia dancing off the second base bag. He goes. Here's the pitch. Pulled foul off the netting to the right. Count remains 3-2 with Pasquantino at the plate.
Interesting, you know, Garcia way off the bag at second. Realistically, if the Cubs did pick, they'd probably pick him off.
Big lead at second for Garcia. Swanson dancing behind him. Now the 3-2. Pasquantino. It's a high fly ball, deep right center field. Crow Armstrong goes back. He looks up. And this one is gone. Second 2-run home run of the afternoon for Vinny Pasquantino. And Kansas City now up 6-2 over the Cubs here in the 5th.
Now, sometimes in a ball game, stealing a base is a great thing, and, you know, always when you take an extra 90 feet. But now with Garcia at second base, what it did is it took the concentration somewhat away from the hitter, who has been red hot in today's ball game, and put it on Garcia with a couple different disengagements and a throw to second. And then you throw one down the middle, and Pasquantino blasts one into the bleachers for another 2-run homer.
Now Salvador Perez at the plate, and he hits a pop fly, shallow right center. Suzuki fighting the sun. He's under it and makes the catch. 2 away. 6-2 Kansas City here in the top half of the 5th inning. Pasquantino with a 414-foot blast to right center field for his second 2-run home run of the afternoon. He now has 17 on the year. Jack Caglione, who has excellent power at the plate, left-handed hitter. A pitch by Ray is inside and low, 1-0. Ray peers in, acknowledges the sign from McGuire. Now he works his motion and deals. And a high fly ball hit to left. Routine for Happ, angling toward the line, makes the catch for out number 3. But the Royals do some damage. 2-run home run for Vinny Pasquantino. Middle 5, Kansas City 6, Cubs 2 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for some Cubs talk every morning. Mully and Haw, mornings 5:30 to 10 on the Score.
There's nothing better than watching the game live. And with Xfinity Sports and News TV, you can stream over 50 live channels for $150 less than YouTube TV per year. From game time to prime time. It's the local channels you love, the news channels you need, and the sports channels you can't live without. History-making moments aren't going to wait for you, and replays never do it justice. So get Xfinity Sports and News TV today for all the live action you could want. Plus, you can save even more with Peacock Premium. A $7.99 a month value included at no extra cost. Xfinity Sports and News TV. The live TV you love with savings you'll love even more. To learn more, go to Xfinity.com, call 1-800-XFINITY, or visit a store today. Restrictions apply. Savings compares Xfinity Sports and News TV at $70 per month to YouTube TV at $82.99 per month.
Coom here. Let me tell you one of the things I really like about Yuengling. They brew a beer for everyone's taste. From their traditional lager to light lager, flight, golden pilsner, and even a black and tan. There's something for every kind of beer drinker. So whether you're firing up the grill, watching a game, or at the golf course, there's a Yuengling that fits the moment. Take a look at the lineup next time you're out. You might just find a new favorite. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, Pennsylvania.
We're gearing up for another season, and you can too at Suits 2020 in Niles. More than just suits, casual wear, sportswear, and more. Suits 2020, the latest fashions at the lowest prices.
Today is the last day to get your Cubs Charities 50-50 raffle tickets with a current jackpot of more than $84,000. Get your ticket now through the end of the game at Cubs.com/raffle or from a raffle ambassador at Wrigley Field through the 8th inning. Michael Busch looks at a ball outside from Seth Lugo to begin the last of the 5th. Here at Wrigley Field, Royals on top of the Cubs 6-2. Busch has reached base twice today, a single, and then he was hit by a pitch. The 1-0, Busch swings, and it's a pop fly, left center field. Underneath it is the left fielder, Rave, and he makes the catch for out number 1.
Busch trying to do the right thing. He trying to go the other way and use that wind just out in front enough to where you kind of run out of bat, and you just can't quite get the barrel squared up to the ball.
So now Seiya Suzuki will stand in. Coom, he's 0 for 2 on the day. Right-handed batter facing the right-hander Lugo. Pitch on the way. Called strike on the inside corner. Fastball. 0-1. Lugo deals. Suzuki takes a ball up high. 1-1. That was a slow-moving breaking ball. The next pitch on the way. Seiya looks at a strike, sinking fastball on the outside corner. 1-2.
Yeah, Lugo's been mixing up that two-seam runner for a heater, 89 and 90, then a slow hook. Then I'm in between breaking ball. That one kind of the in-between. Drops down a little bit and sweeps it across the zone. Then he's got the curveball he gets on top of and gets more downward movement.
Lugo kicks and fires. Seiya swings and misses. Strike 3. As Lugo zips a 94-mile-per-hour heater by him. 2 away.
Now, Lugo's going to give a lot of team problems, and we've seen it with his ERA, because hitters just they're not accustomed to seeing a guy that pitches, that does multiple things with the baseball, where they run it, they cut it, they throw the curve, they got to change. They're accustomed to hard stuff, fastball, split, fastball, curveball, but hard, everything coming at you hard. He is the opposite of that. He's a guy that goes back and forth with speed, in and out, up and down, really knows how to pitch and has great command, and that's why he's given up 2 runs here in this ballgame. He's at 78 pitches, and he's here in the 5th inning.
Pete Crow-Armstrong swings and misses at a breaking ball from Lugo. The next pitch on the way, and PCA swings and misses again. Similar pitch, slow-moving breaking ball that ends up at the bottom of the zone, 0-2.
That slow curveball that he throws is about 8 to 9 miles an hour slower than his regular curveball.
And Crow-Armstrong swings and misses at a regular curveball. Strike 3. Cubs go down in order here in the 5th. Kansas City up 6-2 over the Cubs as we head inning number 6 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with Spiegel and Holmes, 2 to 6 on the Score.
Over 25 years ago, Invesco QQQ rethought the investing landscape by providing access to NASDAQ's 100 most innovative companies, all in one ETF. What's ahead for the next 25 years? Could it be flying cars, neural implants, electric planes? Nobody knows for sure. But one thing's for certain. You can gain access to that progress with Invesco QQQ. Let's rethink possibility. Invesco QQQ is the proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs.
There are risks when investing in ETFs, including possible loss of money. ETFs risks are similar to those of stocks. Investments in the tech sector are subject to greater risk and more volatility than more diversified investments. The NASDAQ 100 Index comprises the 100 largest non-financial companies on the NASDAQ. You can't invest directly into an index. Before investing, consider the fund's investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses. Visit Invesco.com for a prospectus containing this information. Read it carefully before investing. Invesco is not affiliated with the Chicago Cubs. Invesco Distributors, Inc.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to present you signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that future you can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward future you with a future flight. Sign up for rapid rewards today and redeem your points on any seat, any day, anytime. Only at Southwest. All rapid rewards rules and regulations apply and can be found at southwest.com/RR terms.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
A reminder that all opponent pitching changes are sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit sloan.com. Pat?
Zach, thank you. Drew Pomeranz, the new left-handed pitcher for the Cubs in this 6th inning. John Rave, left-handed batting outfielder, will take a strike. Pomeranz has done an excellent job in 31 games. His ERA is 1.71. He misses off the inside corner, 1-1. Pomeranz with 2 wins. He has 1 loss. He's got a save. Right now, his job is just to keep the Cubs within range. It's a 4-run deficit, but it's a day where you can score a lot of runs in a hurry. Swing and a miss, 1-2. And a lot of baseball left. Only the top of the 6th inning. (6-2) Kansas City. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. Rave is out on strikes. Tried to hold up. He could not do it on an inside fastball. And that's out number 1. 1 away, and the batter, Freddie Fermin. Fermin has struck out and grounded out. And the first offering in there for a called strike. Going to take a look at a little baseball history as we move along. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, 0-2. And the next offering just missed, 1-2. Fermin has grounded out and struck out. He bounces one to short. Should be routine for Swanson. It is, as he throws him out at first. 2 down. Kansas City on top 6-2. 6th inning. Bases empty. 2 away for Kyle Isbell.
Nice pitch by Pomeranz. Little backdoor hook and just gets a little rollover ground ball right to Dansby.
Lefty to lefty. Here's the first pitch to Isbell. It's taken for a strike. This date in baseball history brought to you by the villageofbedfordpark.com. Now's the time to make history for your business in Bedford Park. Swinging a foul at the plate, 0-2. First out in the inning brought to you by Xfinity. because the Wi-Fi is booming. Pomerantz in his first inning of work today in the sweltering heat. Pitching changes by the Cubs, brought to you by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Here's a ball that bounces in the dirt and gets away from McGuire. It's now 2-2. Let's see what's happened down through the years. July the 23rd, baseball history.
Now, were there some All-Star games still on this date?
I don't believe so, but let's see if we can find out here, Ron. Babe Ruth is in the notes here. It says Lou Gehrig hit the first of his record 23 grand slams.
Oh, wow.
As the Yankees beat the Senators 11-7. Now, inside and it hits him. Isbell gets hit in the right hand or arm. He seems to be okay, but that had to sting. Isbell walking slowly up the first base line. Let's see, where did it get him?
Yeah, it got him, I want to say, the forearm and then probably that back of his right hand. You know?
The pitching line on right, 5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs, 5 earned runs.
Lou Gehrig, 23 grand slams. Now that record was broken.
5 innings, 6 hits, 6 runs.
I want to say Manny Ramirez may have broken that mark.
Strikeouts and 3 home runs.
Tyler Tolbert, the batter, swings and fouls it back. We'll see if Zach can be kind enough to look that up.
8-2-5-6.
We like to have that press box volume nice and loud on Cubs radio. And the 0-1 pitch instead of toss to first. There's both a public address announcer that announces to the entire stands. There is another announcer, the one you just heard, who announces just to the press members. Deep fly ball to left, trouble all the way back at the wall. 2-run home run for Tyler Tolbert. And Kansas City has taken an 8-2 lead here in the 6th inning.
The 2-run homer has been the Cubs' nemesis in this ball game today. And his fastball inside, and Tolbert just pulls the hands in and pulls this ball right at the edge of the well and left. And as we said, going into this ball game, you know, the home run ball was going to play a big factor in this game, and with the wind blowing out, anybody can go deep at any time.
Cubs without a home run, and Pittsburgh run, as you say, with 3, all with a man on. Here is Frazier batting, 2 down. So the hit by pitch very costly instead of retiring the number 8 batter to get out of the inning.
Yeah, Kansas City's, you know, they've hit some home runs in this series, that's for sure.
Frazier looks at a ball up and in. But Lou Gehrig hit right behind Babe Ruth in that famous Yankees lineup for many years, and you can imagine Gehrig would come up and Babe had just been walked to load the bags. You had to pitch carefully to Ruth, right?
Yeah.
The Bambino, and as a result, Lou Gehrig was the beneficiary and cashed in with 23 career grand slams. It was the record for a long time. Again, I'm pretty sure that it's been broken. I'm going to have Zach be kind enough to look it up.
Might be Alex Rodriguez.
A-Rod or Manny Ramirez, one of the two. Swing and a miss by Frazier, and that ends the inning. But Tolbert hits a 2-run homer. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It's Kansas City 8 and the Cubs 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Cubs fans, Pete Crow Armstrong here. Pat and Ron call every game on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
Hey, welcome to Everything Outdoors. Can I help you find anything?
Hey, yeah. Can you point us to the camping gear?
Sure, aisle 2.
How about fly fishing? Just bought a new Nissan Pathfinder, and we're ready to get back to it.
Aisle 7.
Snowboarding? Our Pathfinder's got intelligent 4x4, and we want to hit the backcountry.
Oh, aisle 18.
And where are the boats?
Back of the store, but are you sure you can do all this?
Oh, yeah, up to 6,000 pounds towing. We're good to go.
Oh, where's the scuba department?
Return to rugged in the 2025 Nissan Pathfinder. Get 0% APR financing for 60 months on the 2025 Nissan Rogue, Pathfinder, or Murano. Shop your local Nissan store at nissanusa.com. Available intelligent 4x4 cannot prevent collisions or provide enhanced traction in all conditions. Always monitor traffic and weather conditions. Towing capability varies by configuration. See owner's manual for important safety information. For well-qualified buyers, excludes Rogue S trim. Example, 0 down payment, 60 months financing at $1,667 per month per thousand financed. Actual down payment may vary. Subject to NMAC credit approval. Not all buyers qualify. Dealer contribution may affect actual price set by dealer. Contact dealer for details. Ends 8/4/25.
Welcome to Old National Bank.
Hi, I was wondering what you could do for my small business.
Tons. Have time to talk?
Not much. We're in a 30-second radio ad.
Oh, I'll get straight to the point then. Our solutions are customized for small businesses. Our services make financial management simple, and our pricing is always transparent.
Outstanding. Wow.
Yeah. So, ever been in an ad before?
Nope. How do I look?
Good. But we're on the radio, remember?
Right. Hi, Mom.
Customized small business banking from Old National Bank. Member FDIC. Get old.
Hefty Trash Bags, the official trash bags of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, ultra-strong trash bags resist rips, tears, and leaks. Strength that's anything but ordinary.
Hefty. Carson Kelly's on deck for the Cubs. Who's on deck is brought to you by TimberTech Decking and Railing. Everything wood should be. Visit TimberTech.com. Pat?
All right, Zach. Cubs batting here, bottom of the 6th inning. Carson Kelly first up. Seth Lugo's first pitch outside for a ball. Cubs need some base runners, and they need some long balls. Cubs without a home run so far today. The Royals with 3, accounting for 6 of their 8 runs. And they lead 8-2. Kelly lays off some high heat.
It's kind of one of those ball games where the Royals hit the home runs in the first half of the game. Cubs need to be that team in the second half of the ball game. They need to use this win to their advantage and get some balls elevated and hit some balls out of the park.
Right now trying to get a base runner to get this inning started. Kelly with a count of 2-1. Carson with an RBI double drove in one of the Cub runs. He chops it foul toward third. Thanks to Zach Zaidman looking up the record for the most career grand slams. Alex Rodriguez had 25. Lou Gehrig had 23, and Aramis Ramirez had 21.
Wow, Aramis.
Now the 2-2 pitch on the way to Kelly. Carson pops it up foul and out of play, right side. Haven't seen that Lou Gehrig movie, The Pride of the Yankees, in quite some time. What a great film. I know I've seen it several times.
Same, yeah.
It's one of those, it just never really gets old.
Yeah. What a story.
Great speech. Here is a pitch low and outside to Carson Kelly, 3-2. Still haven't found a cure for ALS. The 3-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Kelly is out number 1. Lugo just rolling right along. Lugo, 87 pitches, and most of them pretty good ones.
Yeah, he's thrown the ball exceptionally well. His deal is mixing the in and out, up and down with different breaking stuff and different speeds on the breaking stuff. And then just when you start sitting on the breaking stuff, he'll zip a couple fastballs in there, and you're just not ready for him.
Ian Happ will swing and foul it away. Let's pause 10 seconds right here for station ID. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Your headquarters for Cubs Talk, it's the Mullen Haw Show, mornings 5:30 to 10 on The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network, WSCR Chicago, WBMX HD2 Chicago, and Odyssey Sports Station.
With former Cub and All-Star Ron Coomer, Pat Hughes at Wrigley, Happ swings and misses. Final game of the homestand. Cubs 3-2 so far. Started very promisingly with a couple of wins over Boston. They've had a tough time since. Boston won the finale on Sunday, and then Kansas City trying to take 2 out of 3 in this series, and they lead by 6. Strike 3 called, and Happ is out number 2.
Backdoor breaking ball from Lugo, and this is, this is the curveball. This isn't a slider, more of a curveball. Starts out away, Ian gives up on it, and it just comes biting right off. Just barely clips the outside corner. Excellent pitcher's pitch. I mean, you really can't place a ball in a better spot than Lugo just did.
Here's Swanson. Dansby has singled and drawn a walk. He pokes it foul back out of play. Cubs trail by 6 in inning number 6.
Lugo had 92 pitches in the ball game, and he, as you said, cruising along. He doesn't look in this extreme heat. He's not looked like he's given an inch to the Heat or the Cubs offense. He just keeps rolling, as you said.
And you watch him on a day like today, Ron, against a good Cubs offensive team, and
very good.
You understand why he has an ERA of 2.94 at the start of the day.
Well, it goes back to something you've talked about that you love to watch. A pitcher, a guy that pitches, right? This is the ultimate pitcher. He is not a power guy by any means. He throws a boatload of different speeds with different breaking balls.
Swing and a miss, strike 3, and he throws a lot of strikes. He strikes out Swanson to end the inning. We go to inning number 7. Royals 8, Cubs 2. This is the score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Every strikeout and home run is heard right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Motorcycles are closer than they appear. Watch your blind spots on the road and look twice before turning. Start seeing motorcycles. Think you can spot them all? Head to itsnotagameillinois.com to play the Retro Arcade.
And they're out of here. If the Northsiders pitchers strike out 9 players or more during a regular season home game, Tito's Handmade Vodka will donate $100 to Chicago nonprofit Anti-Cruelty. Up to $10,000 this season. Support from Tito's goes towards Anti-Cruelty's commitment to care for animals in need while building a healthy and happy community where pets and people thrive together. Cheers to the home team with Tito's, and let's hear it for the Northsiders.
Distilled and bottled by Fifth Generation 80 Austin, Texas. 40% alcohol by volume. Savor responsibly.
Is your chimney clean? Gas fireplace service? Fireplace and Chimney Authority helps keep your home safe and ready for the season. We're your trusted local experts for all repairs and maintenance. Visit fireplaceandchimneyauthority.com.
Hey, baseball fans, thinking about a new Subaru this season? Do yourself a favor. Take the short drive north and visit Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha. Check out this winning lineup. Outstanding customer service, a vast inventory of new and pre-owned vehicles, the latest incentives, and a laid-back experience you won't find in the city. That's a home run every time. Visit Ziegler Subaru of Kenosha today or shop whenever you want at ZieglerSubaruKenosha.com. They'll light up the scoreboard every time.
Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s, 312-888-8888.
We are coming to you live all season long from the Invesco QQQ broadcast booth, proud ETF partner of the Chicago Cubs. Coom?
And let's see what's on tap here. Sponsored by Yuengling. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. And the Cubs need to put some balls in flight with this wind blowing out. The Royals, Pat, have been able to do that 3 times today.
Yes, they have, Ron. They've got 3 2-run homers. Michael Garcia leads off this inning. Garcia 1 for 3. He was along on the home run for Vinny Pasquantino. That was in the 5th inning. Salvador Perez had a 2-run homer in the 3rd. Pasquantino hit one with a man on in the 1st inning. Popped up on the infield near the mound. Bush makes the catch right in front of the mound, and that's out number 1. 1 away, 7th inning. 8-2 Kansas City, and the batter is Vinny Pasquantino. What a day he's had. 2 home runs and a double, 4 runs driven in, and 3 runs scored.
Yeah, he was right on time with just about every swing he took so far today.
Vinny will take a strike, 0-1.
The double he hit was a bullet off the garage door in right center. A 1-hop bullet off the wall. This guy's having a good year. 269, 17, and 61.
Still got a couple of months to show what else he can do. Milwaukee has taken a 2-0 lead in the second inning in Seattle. Cubs and Brewers tied for the top at the start of the day. Again, those two teams, Cubs and Milwaukee, we've mentioned it several times lately. They not only have 3 games in Milwaukee starting on Monday night next week, but they've got a 5-game series at Wrigley here in August. Go to Cubs.com for ticket info. It was going to be a 4-gamer.
Yeah.
But a rain delay, or rain out, necessitated a twin bill.
5-game series as of right now with the team you're tied with in first place. How about that?
A lot of drama. Here's the pitch down low, and Pasquantino gets a walk. So 1 out, 1 on, 8-2 Royals, and the batter Salvador Perez. Let me give you the exact dates for that Brewer series here at Wrigley. The Monday night game, that's going to be August the 18th. That's a day-night doubleheader. Again, that was added after the rainout, the first time the Brewers visited Chicago this year. So 2 games on Monday the 18th. First game starts at 1:20, and then the night game, there's no time listed. I would guess 7:05 would be a possibility. Salvador Perez will take a strike. Then a couple of night games on the 19th and 20th. And then Milwaukee and the Cubs wrap up a very stressful 5-game series on August the 21st, a day game. So go to Cubs.com. Hard to imagine a bigger series. 2 teams tied for first with 5 games in a 4-day period.
Late in August. And right now they're tied for first place. That very well, that one series could make or break the whole season for either team. I mean, chances are that it probably won't, but it could.
Liner caught by Horner, throws to first too late. Pasquantino gets back to the bag. Perez lines out to second. Perez really making solid contact the entire series. But he is out number 2, and the batter, Jack Caglione.
Yeah, he's got 3 home runs in the series. He's 2 for 4 with that line drive bullet in today's ball game.
Caglione, a left-handed batter, nothing for 3. He will take a strike from Ryan Presley. Flags just kind of rippling a little bit. Wind blowing straight away towards center. And the next pitch, big bouncer back to the mound. Glove by Presley. Underhand flip to first. There's the out. That's the inning. Time for the 7th inning stretch. It's Kansas City 8 and the Cubs 2. This is The Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Former Cub Bobby Dernier ready to sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Former Chicago Cubs outfielder Bobby Dernier.
Okay, Cub fans, I got my Ryan Sandberg number 23 jersey on today, so I want a little extra energy. Okay, so let me hear you. A 1, a 2, a 3. Take me out to the ball game. Take me out with the crowd. Buy me some peanuts and Cracker Jack. I don't care if I ever get back, for it's root for the. If they don't win, it's a shame. For it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. Now let's get some run.
talking Cubs Monday through Friday afternoons with the Spiegel and Holmes 2 to 6 on The Score.
Is your old air conditioner running all the time, but not cooling your home? Stop wasting energy and money. Call Four Seasons Heating, Air Conditioning, Plumbing, and Electric today for a complete AC cleaning and tune-up. And we'll include, absolutely free, a 1-year, no-breakdown guarantee, all for just $89.95. That's right. We guarantee your AC will cool your home for an entire year or your money back. Call 866-4-SEASONS.
Call 866-4-SEASONS. School's out and summer is in, which means more groceries to feed growing kids. With Northern Illinois Food Bank, you can help serve over 7,500 nutritious kids' meals daily. Every dollar donated to the food bank equals $8 worth of groceries, because that's what it takes to help a child thrive. You can help solve summer hunger by visiting solvehungertoday.org. Northern Illinois Food Bank. Neighbors empowered.
Nico Horner will lead off the Cubs' 7th inning. He swings away and fouls it away. Steven Cruz is the new right-handed pitcher for Kansas City. Seth Lugo did a very nice job, giving up just 2 runs and 4 hits in 6 innings. Let's see if Nico can get on. You never know on a day like today. Here's a line drive, base hit, left center toward the gap. Over to pick it up is Rave. It's a leadoff single. Let's see if that sparks a rally.
That's definitely a good start for the Cubs here in this bottom of the 7th. Opponent's pitching changes. They're sponsored by Sloan, official water efficiency partner of the Chicago Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com.
Here is Reese McGuire. And the pitch on the way to Reese. Looped foul down the left field line and back out of play. The attendance today, you may have heard it in the background, 38,624. Kansas City making a pitching change here in the inning. And now, time called before the next pitch. Cruz ready to work, but time had been called. Pitching changes by the opposition, brought to you by Sloan, the official water efficiency partner of the Cubs and leader in smart water and commercial restroom solutions. Visit Sloan.com. Horner at first. McGuire hits a ground ball to second. Frazier goes to Garcia over to first. That's a double play. So quickly, 2 down, nobody on here in the 7th inning, and the batter will be Matt Shaw.
Now ball hits sharply, but right at the second baseman, Frazier, and it turns into just a game of catch for the Royals in the infield, and they do it and turn it into a 4-6-3 double play.
Shaw has grounded out. And the pitch to Matt, hit high in the air, deep left center, back toward the wall is Isbell. It's got a chance, gone. Matt Shaw with a solo home run. He hit one just to the left of dead center, and now it's an 8-3 ball game, and the double play looks a little more significant now.
Big swing of the bat for Matty, and he gets this ball up in that wind, and it is blowing out hard to straightaway center. And it's the Cubs a run here in the 7th. Cubs need a few more of those with men on base.
Another hefty home run. Official trash bag of the Chicago Cubs. Hefty, strength that's anything but ordinary. Number 5 for Matt Shaw. His 21st run batted in. And now it's an 8-3 Kansas City lead. As Michael Busch takes the low and in. Cruz making his 39th appearance for KC. He's done a good job. This ball is popped up shallow left. Racing in and making the catch is Rave to end the inning. Cubs get a run on the homer by Shaw. We go to inning number 8. Kansas City 8, Cubs 3 on The Score and the South Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Michael Bush. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs Radio Network.
I'm still going for it, even with higher stroke risk from atrial fibrillation, an irregular heartbeat not caused by a heart valve problem. Over a 3-year study, Eliquis apixaban tablets reduce stroke risk better than warfarin, and over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke. A first stroke occurred in 2.9% of warfarin patients versus 2.3% of Eliquis patients.
Don't stop prescription Eliquis without asking your doctor. Stroke risk may increase. Eliquis can cause serious and potentially fatal bleeding. Don't take if you have an artificial heart valve, abnormal bleeding, or antiphospholipid syndrome. While taking, you may bruise more easily or bleed longer. A spinal injection increases blood clot risk, which may cause paralysis. Get medical help right away for unexpected bleeding or bruising, or back pain, tingling, numbness, muscle weakness, or incontinence. Aspirin products, NSAIDs, SSRIs, SNRIs, and blood thinners increase bleeding risk. Tell your doctor about planned medical or dental procedures. Learn more at Eliquis.com or call 1-855-ELIQUIS.
Is your business's pavement showing signs of wear and tear? Patriot Pavement Maintenance specializes in simplifying pavement maintenance and construction for industrial, commercial, and educational clients throughout Illinois. Based in Wheeling with over 30 years of experience, they provide asphalt paving, seal coating, concrete repair, and non-toxic solutions to protect and enhance your surfaces. Call 847-813-9034 or visit patriotpavement.net for a proposal. Patriot Pavement Maintenance. Pavement maintenance and construction made simple. PatriotPavement.net.
Make smooth cuts with the Bosch miter saw. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch.
Top of the 8th inning here, and the 8th inning is sponsored by Cars for Kids, 877 Cars for Kids. That's Cars with a K to donate your car today. And pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, Pat Siding with the Cubs.
And the new man on the mound is Brooks Kriske. Big right-hander, works over on the extreme right side of the pitching rubber. And he'll go to work on Kansas City's John Rave. And the first pitch to Rave is outside. The attendance today, 38,624. We'll see how we did in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Somebody's whistling at our broadcast booth. Here's a pitch outside in the count 2-0.
Whistling at Paul's ring.
Paul might have been whistling to himself because he is the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game. Some people handle winning a little better than others.
Giving himself a standing ovation. Oh boy, Paulie.
Here's the pitch to Rave. And that's what Paul was doing a minute ago, raving. Here's a swing and a foul off to the left, out of play.
Hardest working player of the game, brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Or as a ring.
Now, that's good to be proud of your win, Paul. Paul making sure this portion of the broadcast is recorded so he can save this and play it back in December and January. Yeah. You know, those days when you need kind of a lift.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now the 2-2 pitch on the way to John Rave. Lifted to left, shallow and very playable for an oncoming Hap. And that's going to be out number 1. Rave is gone. 8-3 Royals. It looks like Seattle has scored a couple of runs. It's 2-2 Milwaukee and the Mariners. And that game is in the 3rd inning in the Pacific Northwest. Good Paul Zarang guessed 38,922, the winner in the Benny's Beverage Depot attendance game.
The 7th inning stretch was sponsored by new Volvo XC90, designed for life. There's one every day I think of this for you, Pat. It's the catch of the game. Did you know that?
You think of me on Catch of the Game?
Yeah. It's sponsored by Catch Des Moines. The Iowa State Fair is back August 7th to the 17th. Come home to Fair Sweet Fair.
Now you're talking.
Visit iowastatefair.org.
Well, we do get a little busy with our baseball responsibilities, but we would be honored to be over there if the situation was right. Not sure exactly what that means.
I beg to differ.
Here's the 0-2 to Fermi, and it's taken high and inside. But it's a great time. All the great food, and you kind of show off some of your great dishes with some of your neighbors, and I think they have a lot of fun over there, a lot of tasting and sampling of other people's work. 2 balls and 2 strikes on Freddie Fermi.
I'm sure you could get a steak de Burgo there.
Yes, you could. Now, you have firsthand knowledge of a state fair. Minnesota, not Iowa.
This is true.
And you thoroughly enjoyed yourself. At least I think you did. There's a curveball outside, and the count 3-2 now on Krisky.
It's unforgettable.
That can be interpreted in several different ways.
Exactly.
Here's the 3-2. Curveball, strike 3 call. Fermin is out, number 2. But you do meet a lot of nice people.
Oh, yeah.
And they're happy to be there, and they would be happy to meet a famous Minnesota twin like yourself at the Minnesota State Fair.
No, there was a lot of good, a lot of fun, absolutely. A lot of food, a lot of fun. They do concerts,
Did they offer you food?
Oh, yeah.
Like maybe a cheeseburger or slice of pizza?
You know what they had that was really unique? Is the great big turkey leg. People would walk around with it in their hand. I could see you doing that, just walking around with a big old turkey leg, like just chomping away.
Like the Flintstones?
You got it, yeah.
Those would be Brontosaurus burgers. 2 balls and no strikes on Kyle Isbell. Now, would you put sauce on that, Ron? It's a very personal question. Here's the 2-0 pitch in there for a strike, or do you eat those dry?
I don't know. I really I just stay away from those.
You never really considered that question. I was more into the
Brontosaurus burger than I was.
Yeah. Chopped to first, fielded by Bush, shovels it to the pitcher. Presley on the bag, or this is Brooks Krisky on the bag. And the end comes to an end. No runs for the Royals. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Kansas City 8, Cubs 3 on the score. Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Join us for great Cubs guests, middays 10 a.m. to 2. It's Rahimi and Harris on 670 The Score.
Where do the Cubs shop to celebrate a big win? Binny's Beverage Depot. Binny's is the official champagne provider of the Chicago Cubs. If you can't find it at Binny's, it's probably not worth drinking.
Hey, baseball fans. Now at Verizon, they're knocking it out of the park with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on Unlimited Welcome with autopay plus taxes and fees. Slide into your local Chicago Verizon store today. $20 monthly promo credits applied over 36 months with a new line on Unlimited Welcome. In times of congestion, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms and conditions apply.
Sloan has been providing restroom products at Wrigley Field for 111 years, and we are proud to now expand into the concourse with our brand new bottle fillers that provide clean drinking water for Cubs fans all season long. Learn more at Sloan.com.
Oh, hey. Hey, thanks for meeting me here. It's just, you're my only lawyer friend, and I need your professional opinion. Do you see that brand new Hyundai Tucson out there? That's all I paid for it.
Let me get back to you on that.
Deal's so right, it almost feels wrong. At the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Right now, for a limited time, you can lease the Hyundai Tucson for $239 a month or get $1,750 bonus cash. Offers end July 31st. Call 224-661-0068 for details.
You'll score big with everyday deals at Suits 2020 in Niles. From men's suits and formal wear to sports and casual wear, 2020. We're more than just amazing suits.
The out-of-town scoreboard is sponsored by Club Citgo. Download the Club Citgo app now and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up. Last of the third in Seattle. Brewers and Mariners are tied at 2. Ben Williamson evens the game up for Seattle with an RBI single. At our Reminder, you can stream every out-of-market game live or on demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season. Blackout and other restrictions apply. Visit MLB.tv for details. Pat?
Matt Quattrero, the manager of the Royals, and one of their trainers out to take a look at third baseman Tyler Tolbert.
I think he's having issues with the heat. Is what I think he's doing. He cramping. Yep, he's hamstring is starting to cramp up, and look at his. I believe it's his right leg. He's just it's almost 100-degree heat index out on the field, and if you weren't really prepared for this heat with your hydration, you were going to be in trouble. And Tolbert, the first guy that we've seen coming out of the game.
So he will leave. He was walking alongside the trainer under his own power, but you could tell he was a little groggy. Yep. And so there'll be a new third baseman come into the game.
Well, we got a second here. Manager's challenges and instant replays. They're taking a second look. Second opinion's always a good idea. Get yours at Northwestern Medicine. And pitching changes by the Cubs are sponsored by James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs.
Cubs have 3 runs for the day. The RBI achievers, Reese McGuire with a second-inning single. Carson Kelly had a third-inning double to drive in a run, and Matt Shaw with a solo home run in the 7th. RBIs by Cubs batter, sponsored by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. Still waiting for play to resume. There is a new third baseman in the game. That is Frazier.
Yeah, he moves over from second in India. Will go into second base for Kansas City.
That would be the player, not the entire country. Suzuki will lead it off against John Schreiber, and the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
Stolen bases in the game today. They're sponsored by Atturo Tire, Chicago's hometown tire. Find a dealer at Atturo.com.
Here's a swing and a high pop fly on the infield, actually shallow center. India backpedaling, and he makes the catch. It was not a routine play by any means. Caglione, the right fielder, angling in, and India just into the game. That's a tough way to break into a game in this weather, and an almost impossible play to make, but he made it.
No. Well, you're sitting over there all game, and then, the inning's about to start, and then all of a sudden your guy goes down, you're in. You know you're going to get the toughest play. That's just the way it goes. That's baseball.
The ball has radar.
Yeah, it does.
Pete Armstrong will take inside. Ron, we have to name a tough play. Watching Tolbert walk off, why don't we just say the tough play was playing this game in these conditions today. And the tough play sponsored by Loyola Medicine. Loyola Medicine defines tough. Armstrong fouls it back.
Cubs have the meat of the order up right now, presented by Chef IQ. Says never under or overcook your food again. Purchase now at chefiq.com.
Cubs trailing 8-3. They were tied with Milwaukee for first at the start of the day. And the next offering is high for a ball. Cubs are off tomorrow. They'll be on the south side to take on the White Sox all weekend long. The game times Friday at 6:40 p.m., Saturday at 6:10, and then a day game at 1:10 on Sunday. Cubs swept the White Sox at Wrigley in a series earlier this season here in 3 games. White Sox have played better of late. Here's the pitch, drilled in the air, deep right field. This ball's got a chance. Gone. Home run, Pete Crow Armstrong, a line drive to the stands or to the scoreboard area, just below the video board and right. And that's number 27 for Pete. And it's now an 8-4 ball game. It's not over yet.
No, it definitely is not. This wind blowing out, and the ball just keeps carrying as this ball's a line drive bullet to straight right, and it just doesn't come down. He gets this inside fastball, a two-seamer down and in, and he smokes it. Great swing by Pete.
Hefty home run, official trash bag of the Cubs. hefty strength that's anything but ordinary. RBI number 74 for Pete. We mentioned this a lot, Ron. Even when you're down and this game's not over, but you like to see guys continue to grind and make the most of their opportunities, whether they're batting or fielding or pitching or whatever.
Yeah.
Kelly will take ball 2. If Carson gets on, Ian Happ has some power. He's on deck. It's only a 4-run deficit. 1 away, 8th inning. Seen too many games in these conditions turn around in amazingly fast fashion. And I'm ready for that to happen today.
Yeah, absolutely. This game is far from over. You need a couple swings to the bat, couple base hits, and you just bring that tying run to the plate.
Kelly will take a strike, 2-2. I think we mentioned the RBIs brought to you by Old National Bank, where relationships and results matter. Get old. It's almost time to think about the toast of the game ball player, which you, Ron, will mention and honor in the 9th inning, brought to you by Benny's Beverage Depot. And the 2-2. A little nubber on the ground to the right side. India will glove it and lob it to first for out number 2. 2 gone, and here's Ian Happ.
A little handle shot over to India at second. A little fastball inside. Kelly's a designated hitter today for the Cubs. They're sponsored by Fireplace and Chimney Authority. Book now, burn later, and skip the rush.
That's good writing.
Solid.
2 down. Here's the pitch to Ian Happ, and it's in there for a strike. Oh, that was very clever. I like that. 1 ball and no strikes on Happ.
You'd almost think I made that up.
You didn't?
No, it was written.
Wonder if the writer gets royalties every time it's read. Here's a pitch in there for a strike, 1-1, just like a musician.
Yeah, you know. Very well could be. Yeah.
Happ with a walk, a line out, and a strikeout, and no royalties as far as we know. Here comes the 1-1 to Ian, taken high for a ball. He just wants to get on. You've got a guy with home run power, Dansby Swanson, on deck. Cubs have hit 2 home runs. You get the feeling they're going to need at least 2 more to win this game. Here's the 2-1 to Ian Happ. Outside, 3-1. I would almost say you're taking here, Ron. You're down by 4. You need a base runner.
Yeah. You want it? No, I would agree. I think you're just doing whatever you think you can do to get on base. That's been Ian's forte his entire career, is the on base percentage. You know, so I would think you're probably correct.
3-1, swinging and fouling it back. 3-2. 8-4 Royals. Kansas City built up an 8-2 lead. They've had 3 different 2-run homers. Cubs trying to battle back. Happ batting left-handed, waiting for the right-hander Schreiber. And the payoff pitch. And Happ hits it down the left field line, twisting foul out of play. Most of the activity later on tonight around the big leagues. Dodgers lead Minnesota early, 2nd inning at Dodger Stadium. Colorado hassling the Cardinals. 4-0 Rockies in the 5th inning in Denver. There's a foul out of play. Rockies have played better of late, more competitive. Winning games, winning series. And so have the White Sox. And you know the White Sox will be hard to beat this weekend by the Cubs.
Yeah, you're going to get their best effort. The place will be packed, great field. Always a fun atmosphere to play, whether it's Wrigley or Great Field.
Okay, Happ takes ball 4, so now you've got a case where Swanson is coming up. If Dansby can get a hold of one, it would make it a 2-run ball game. And then you're getting into the realm of possibilities and not just hoping to come back.
Now, the Cubs, they do. They just need a couple things to go right. A couple guys get on base, and then, anything can happen with this wind blowing out.
Getting back to the White Sox, though, Ron, thinking of them looking forward to this series, they're in last place. You could easily make a case that the series against the Cubs are the most important 3 games remaining for their entire season.
Yeah.
Right? What's more important than that?
Yep, I would agree.
No game tomorrow. Happ at first. He'll be held by Pasquantino. Swanson has singled and walked and struck out. 8-4 Royals, 8th inning. Let's see if Dansby gets something to hammer. Time now called. The sun shining a bit brighter than it has all day. It's been hazy sun most of the day, but right now it's bright. Right-hander to right-hander, the lead by Happ at first. Swanson will take a strike. Dansby 1 for 2 with a walk. Left fielder Rave only about 15 feet shy of the warning track in deep left. The 0-1 sweeps outside, a breaking ball, 1-1. Cubs have won 3 of the 5 on the homestand. This is the finale here today. The 1-1 pitch outside. You can tell the pitcher, Schreiber, is conscious of a home run. Everything he's throwing, Ron, is away and outside to Swanson here.
Trying to stay down and away with that breaking ball, absolutely. Trying to stay away from the middle of the inner half of the plate.
Swanson swings and misses. Another bender. Is that an awkward feeling when you literally have to try to hit a home run in a big league game?
It can be at times, but I think for most guys, they've experienced it, especially by the time you get here.
2-2. Dansby will swing and miss, strike 3, and that ends the inning. Cubs get a run on the home run by Pete Crow Armstrong. We go to the 9th inning. It's Kansas City 8 and the Cubs 4 on the Score and the Southwest Airlines Cubs radio network.
Hey Cubs fans, it's Kyle Tucker. Listen to every game here on the Chicago Cubs radio network.
Here's a club you'll want to get into, Club Citgo. It's the super easy app that opens the door to great fuel savings and more. Sign up and instantly save 23 cents per gallon on your first fill-up, plus everyday savings that really add up. You can also enter our sweepstakes with multiple winners and giveaways, like free gas for a year. And Club Citgo makes paying easy with a convenient mobile pay feature. So welcome to the club where all the action is. Download Club Citgo today. Savings could up to 30 gallons, only at participating locations. Data rates may apply.
Being pregnant and finding out you have cancer. I'm Robin, and that was me. But my oncologist, orthopedic surgeon, and high-risk obstetrician at Northwestern Memorial Hospital created the safest chemotherapy plan, so I didn't have to choose between my life and my baby's.
Top ranked in Illinois for obstetrics and gynecology by U.S. News and World Report, Robin's team collaborated to deliver a healthy baby and mother, performing a C-section, then cancer removal the same day. Northwestern Medicine. Better.
James Hardy Building Products knows how important your home is. That's why they're rated the #1 brand of siding in North America. Trusted by homeowners on over 10 million homes from coast to coast, they can give your home a beautiful design without compromising on durability and protection. They also know how important it is to support your hometown and root for the home team. That's why James Hardy is proud to sponsor the Cubs. James Hardy Building Products, siding with the Cubs. Hey Cubs fans, Pat Hughes here. It's shaping up to be an historic season. To start making history with your business in Bedford Park, visit villageofbedfordpark.com.
Guys, the 9th inning is brought to you by Bosch Power Tools. The more you Bosch, the more you feel like a Bosch. Matt?
All right, Zach, thank you. Jonathan India first up, 9th inning. Kansas City leading the Cubs by a score of 8-4. Each team with 7 hits. And now the right-hander Brooks Kriske delivers, and that's going to be ball 2. 2-0 to India. India's always had a little bit of power. Long dark hair flowing out the back of his blue helmet, and he'll take a strike. 2-1. Kriske comes back. Breaking ball, strike 2 called. Kriske has the habit of coming set and then taking his eye off the plate. He appears to be peering out over third base somewhere. Let's see, he comes set, and now he looks over at third, and he pauses there for about 3 seconds. And then he brings it down low in the count, 3-2.
It's almost like he gives himself that pause and like a little moment of concentration and then delivers the baseball.
He's looking over at third. Now the pitch. Check swing. Did he go? No swing, says Alfonso Marquez, the first base umpire. So that's ball 4 to India. And Adam Frazier coming up.
Close pitch, India. I thought he might have swung. He did not, is what they said.
Frazier, the leadoff man, without a hit today, did reach on an error. He is 0 for 4 officially, and he looks at a strike. Royals trying to get their 50th win and trying to move to within 3 games of 500. They're still very much in the wild card race in the American League. Even though the Tigers appear to be a shoo-in to win that division, leading by 9 games. But the Tigers, as we mentioned, they've struggled of late. Right now, they've lost 8 out of 10. That's a first-place team you're talking about. The 1-1. Butted toward third. Going to be a tough play. Barehanded by Shaw. Bobbled. Everybody is safe. It's a bunt single for Adam Frazier.
Well, this isn't a bad play. You're just playing for a run here in this inning, so you're trying to do whatever you can do to get an extra insurance run here in the 9th. Up by 4, and Shaw playing back, so he gives him the bunt, and Frazier, a veteran player, lays it down perfectly.
Frazier collecting his first hit of the day. The Royals have 8 hits, and Michael Garcia due up. And the Royals with a chance to break the game wide open. They lead 8-4.
Cubs could use a ground ball here. Maybe a double play ball would be outstanding. Kriske with a good split finger. See if he can get a ground ball to Dansby.
2 men on with nobody out. Garcia 1 for 4 as he takes strike 1. Walks to Cubs batters, sponsored by It'sNotAGameIllinois.com. Remember, a walk is free. A DUI is not. Drive sober or get pulled over. And the 0-1. Way outside and low. India at second. Frazier at first, both men with good speed. Some of the fans have gone home. Here's the 1-1. Deep drive to left. Trouble, back is Happ near the wall. With room, makes the catch. Good play by Ian. Runners have to hold. Garcia just missed a 3-run homer.
That's one of those balls that the wind affects but didn't totally affect it. And I think he gets this ball just off the end of the bat enough to keep it in the ballpark as Happer catches this ball right at the ivy in the well and left.
First out in the inning. Runners still at first and second. Still an 8-4 Kansas City lead, and the batter is Vinny Pasquantino. He's been their big man today. A pair of 2-run homers, also a double, and a walk. So a perfect day for him. And the pitch. Vinny takes outside. Vinny's box score right now across the line would read 3-3-3-4.
That's a good one.
And the 1-0. Off the inside edge, 2-0.
When you have a lot of crooked numbers in your box score, that's good.
When every single number is 3 or above,
yeah,
that's very promising. And the 2-0. Tapper toward the middle of the diamond, charging Swanson, barehanding, sidearm throw to first. Not barehanding, short hopping, I should say. Throws to first in time. And that's out number 2. Very good play by Dansby.
Yeah, we've seen Dansby make a lot of great plays. This is another good play. He comes in hard. Kind of gets an in-between hop, too. Not an easy hop, but fields it cleanly and then makes the throw across the diamond. I was going to say, Perez with the base open, there's no way you're going to pitch to Perez.
He gets the intentional walk. This will load the bags with 2 down. And right now, Kriske needs to get an out just to keep the Cubs within range as they trail 8-4.
Now Perez at first, base is loaded now, and you gotta get out of this inning to have any chance here in the 9th.
Caglione swings and misses. Caglione, nothing for 4 in the game. Struck out a couple of times. Two down, we're in the top of the 9th inning. 8-4 Kansas City. Kriske just trying to keep the Cubs within 4. Fastball is high, 1-1. Many of the fans have gone home. Some of the fans have moved from the sunny right side of the diamond over to the more shaded left side. There's a strike, 1-2.
Excellent split finger.
The base is full of Royals with 2 down. They lead by 4. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swinging a bouncer back to the mound, fielded by Kriske. Underhand feed to first, that ends the inning. Good job by Kriske. The Royals had 2 men on with nobody out, and they walk away empty-handed. We go to the bottom of the 9th inning. The Cubs need a big rally. It's the Royals 8 and the Cubs 4 on the score in the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Listen to every Cubs game right here on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network. Hey, it's David Hoffer, Chef IQ. You know the feeling when you're about to cut into a juicy steak and hope it tastes as perfect as it looks? That sounds delicious. Worry no more. The Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer that eliminates undercooking or overcooking your chicken, fish, or meat, whether on a stovetop, oven, or grill. The probe is inserted into your food, connected wirelessly to an app. Once you select your desired doneness, the app alerts you when to take the steaks off the grill or the turkey out of the oven. It's that simple. Order one now on chefiq.com. That's chefiq.com.
Hey folks, Coom here. Since teaming up with the fine folks at Yuengling Beer, I've heard this question a lot. Ron, how has Yuengling managed to be around for 196 years? Well, it comes down to one thing. They brew great beer. Simple as that. It takes real quality to become the oldest brewery in America, and Yuengling's been doing it right since 1829. Whether it's traditional lager, light lager, Flight by Yuengling, they all have the same commitment to flavor and craftsmanship. Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America, official beer of the Cubs Radio Network, DG Yuengling & Sons, Pottsville, PA.
Welcome to Dugout Radio, the undisputed home of Boomtown Baseball.
The Wi-Fi is booming with Xfinity, baby. Our next caller is Stacy. How do you stay locked in on every pitch and play?
We stream it all live on Xfinity Internet with low lag, 99.99% network reliability, and speeds faster than a base runner beating the throw to home plate.
I stream on my TV, tablets, even my smart fridge. Smart fridge?
With all those games, we gotta refuel.
Stream live baseball with Wi-Fi built for the biggest moments. Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Actual speeds vary, not guaranteed.
Advanced Hair Restoration. Chicago's simple one-day hair loss solution that begins to regrow your own natural hair the very next day. AdvancedHair.com.
This copyrighted broadcast is presented by authority of the Chicago Cubs and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Chicago Cubs. Pat?
Lucas Erceg, E-R-C-E-G, now pitching for Kansas City. Nico Horner will lead it off and take inside. Horner, McGuire, and Shaw due up in the ninth inning. The Cubs are down by 4. They need base runners, and they need them right away. Horner hits a high fly ball to center. It's going to be caught by Isbell, and that's out number 1. Horner retired, and the batter is McGuire. McGuire 1 for 3, drove in a run with a second inning single. Cubs never led today. They fell behind early. Benny Pasquantino had a first inning 2-run homer, and the Royals have led ever since. Justin Turner will pinch it for McGuire. And he'll pop one up. This is going to be playable on the infield for India. And Jonathan India makes the catch. Shallow center, 2 down.
And a toast to the game ball player. It's presented by Benny's Beverage Depot. What do you think, Pat? How about everybody that played in today's game? We're talking on a 100-degree heat index today. Guys, this is a very tough day to play, so everybody playing today will get toast to the game ball player.
It's a good call.
It's a very tough day to play here at Wrigley.
Cubs down to their last chance. Matt Shaw, the batter. And the pitch by Erceg is low and outside.
Can't find it at Benny's. It's probably not worth drinking.
Cubs and White Sox on Friday night. No game tomorrow. 6:40 p.m. the starting time for Friday. There's a strike, nothing, and make it 1-1 on Matt Shaw. Royals on the brink of taking 2 out of 3. There's a liner caught at third by the third baseman, and that's going to end the ball game. Frazier moved over to third. Frazier caught that liner, and the Royals have beaten the Cubs by a score of 8-4. We'll be back with the totals in just a moment. This is The Score on the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
This is your home for every pitch of Cubs baseball. We are the Southwest Airlines Cubs Radio Network.
Future You is using their rapid rewards for their next vacation. All thanks to Present You signing up with Southwest Airlines, where you earn points every time you fly. Because what's the point of points that Future You can't use? And since your rapid rewards points don't expire, you can save up for that big trip. Get ready to reward Future You with a future